Aquesta sensació. La recordes? Els herois. Les nits màgiques. I aquella manera tan nostra de jugar. De lluitar. De meravellar. És això. El que som. El que compartim. El que portem a dins. Ara tornem a ser aquí. On mereixem ser. Perquè juguem tots i totes. Per la samarreta. Per l'escut. El Barça. I aquell nen petit, el que ho somiava. Avui hi és. Hi ets. Hi som. Per somiar. Per gaudir. Per vèncer.
Coolers, how are we all doing? Welcome to Barça Live. It's a big night. It's a Champions League night in late April. We hadn't had one since 2019. That's 6 years ago. We are looking to get into our first final in 10 years. How are we feeling? Are we excited? Are we nervous? Are we scared? I've been waiting for this all day long. Time wasn't going by fast enough. Barça against Inter Milan, first leg of the semi-finals of the Champions League. 2 games to get to Munich, which is where we want to be on the 31st of May. And going into the semi-final against Inter Milan, 22-year-old Robert van Eekhout wants revenge for what happened in the semis of the Champions League in 2010 against Inter Milan. Tonight is a big night. We're at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Mara Brau is there. Tell us about Barca's starting lineup.
Hi Robert, how are you? From Estadio Olímpic Lluís Companys, after what happened last Saturday in Sevilla, it's difficult to explain again another kind of game like we will have tonight against Inter. After 6 years, we are back to the semi-finals. We are back to the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. We are right now one of the 4 best teams in Europe. Long time ago, we played a game against Liverpool, but many things changed since last time. So we are very focused trying to get today a good score. We won the Supercopa, we won the Copa last Saturday, but today everything has to be in other part. We have to focus only in tonight's game. And we'll have the starting 11. We will play against Inter. We will comment a lot of stats about the Italian team later. But let's go with our lineup because it's exactly the same that played last Saturday against Real Madrid. The same 11 players. So what does it mean? That today Wojciech Szczesny will play at the goal with 4 players at the back. Gerard Martin as a left back, Jules Koundé as a right back, Íñigo Martínez and Paco Barcí as a centre back. In the midfield, our captain tonight will be Frenkie de Jong as a holding midfielder with Pedri. Of course, with Dani Olmo, who will play as an attacking midfielder. And our trident today will be Rafinha at the right, Ferran Torres at the number 9 position. And we have important news. Of course, Lamine Yamal will play at the left. But what does it mean? That today he reaches 100 games with Barça. He's the youngest player to reach this number of games played. It could be maybe one historical game for him. Let's hope that in the semi-finals, Lamine Yamal will celebrate the 100 with a win.
Let's hope so. 100 games, 17 years old, 25 minutes to go until kickoff. I'm so excited for this. Joining me in the studio, Spencer Siegel and Alex Ibaceta. Guys, how are we feeling?
The gang's back together.
I'm feeling so happy. I feel like I was here 2 weeks ago, and it feels like a full lifetime ago.
So much has happened.
There's so much that's happened. We won it at home against Mallorca. We won the Copa. I'm sad I couldn't be here for that, but I was celebrating also.
Yeah.
And now we go after the Champions League. I've seen a lot of Inter shirts around the city today. I've been in and about the city all day.
Well, I've been out and about as well this morning. I was wearing my Barça shirt, and I saw a lot of Barça shirts as well.
I saw a lot of Barça
in the city.
Well,
Alexi Baceta, has your voice come back? Are you fully
I've,
recovered after
you know
the
what? I think
weekend?
I think today's the first, and I still have like a bit of a raspiness to it.
Yeah.
I think today's the first day that my voice is actually back to normal after Saturday and Sunday, for that matter. It was just like everyone was just making fun of me essentially for about last 3 days.
Right, let's talk about Barca's lineup. It's on our screens. Rate it from 1 to 10. Let us know your thoughts on the 11 that Hansi Flick has picked for today. There are the players warming up, our Copa del Rey heroes. Same starting 11 as on Saturday, guys.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with it, can you? I think at this point, that's Aron Gala.
Yeah.
With the injuries, with positions, I think Gerard Martin had a great game. He's, the last couple of times that he's been in the starting lineup, he's proven really, really important, really key. And Dani Olmo speaks for himself essentially, and I think that's right now that's probably our best lineup.
Spence.
Yeah, this is the lineup that kept us on the edge of our seats wherever we were for that Copa final, and there's no reason to believe that this team can't do it again in a slightly different environment with a slightly different opponent. I'd say actually a
very different,
opponent.
It's a largely different opponent. There's the guy who's going to be playing his 100th Barca game today.
He looks loose.
He tends to turn up on big occasions. I was going to ask you guys about the fatigue issue. Barca having played 120 minutes. Hansi did make all of his substitutions the other day. He took key players out during the extra time, as a matter of fact. Pedri comes to mind, for example. Frankie de Jong was on a yellow card as well. Inter played their game on Sunday, and I think the differential factor here is that when that Champions League anthem goes off at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, there's no fatigue.
No, because this is your last European home game of the season. If you do it right, you're going to be playing 3 games in 3 different venues, and this is the one where your fans have the most influence. So they'll feed off of that energy in a way that they might not have if the first leg was at the Giuseppe Meazza.
I asked the fans for their ratings of the lineup. Reza Ismaili says a 10. Det Manny says a 10. RLYFTBL says 12 out of 10. Aldina Abrams says an 8. And who else have we got here? Let me get one last rating. I lost it in the chat. The chat's quite active, as a matter of fact. A 10 out of 10 from McKinley Murthel. Guys, I want to ask you about the key player tonight's game. I went one each line, one defensive line, one midfield, one up front. Pau Cubarsí, will he be the Lautaro stopper? Pedri, Barca have to win the midfield battle, especially playing at home. Lamine Yamal, 100th game, and as I said, tends to turn up on big occasions.
I'm going to go with Lamine Yamal. Spence is back in the studio. We know what that means. I think Lamine Yamal, it's a big game, big occasion, but I think also the Inter lineup being such, they're playing with a 3-5-2 essentially. I think that invites a lot of space down the wing. I'm assuming they're going to double up on a player like Lamine Yamal, but at the same time, if you double up on Lamine Yamal, you leave Rafinha free. So I think Lamine potentially will have a lot of room, a lot of influence in that attack. So I'm going Lamine.
I'm going to go with Cubarsí, because while I think Barca will have most of the ball today because Inter will be okay with that, the counterattacks that's their thing. So the guy who needs to be the most ready for it is the last line. The guy at the end of the line who's playing the offside trap, because I think I'm hoping that Barca are ready for what Inter will be ready for. What I mean by that is Inter are going to they know about the offside trap, so they're going to try to find ways to break through it and actually beat Barca at their own game. Cubarsí is the key to that.
I have a friend who the other day on a group chat after the Copa final, Jordi Martinez, my friend, said Pau Cubarsí plays a Copa final against Real Madrid the same way he would play his hometown derby.
It's true. I agree with that.
Espanyol against Villarreal.
To say that he doesn't feel the pressure?
Yeah.
To say that he doesn't feel the pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of different votes, split votes, I would say. Some Lamines, some Pedris. I'm going to go Pedri because of the simple theory of when Pedri plays well, Barca play well. So That's my vote. Let's see what Hansi Flick has to say. He talked to Marbrau a few minutes ago.
As always, before the games, we are with our coach, with Hansi Flick. Hansi, how are you? Good evening.
I'm good. Very good, thanks.
Finally, we are here. First leg of the semi-finals. It's expected to be the best attendance here in Montjuic. So how is the team before this game?
Good, very positive. So I can feel a lot of energy, positive energy. Also after the win against Real Madrid, and yeah, we know that we are playing the semi-final and we have to play on our highest level.
The same lineup that last Saturday, but you showed, and also the other players, that if someone has to go in the second half, of course they will be ready.
Of course. This is like that. Today we decide like this that we are playing with the same starting 11. You know, we had enough days to recover, and of course have the confidence about the starting 11 and also confidence about the players who came in.
Let me ask you the last one. The most important today is, as always, to keep our philosophy on the pitch.
Of course, this is what I say to the team. We have to play on our highest level. We have to play. We have to dominate the match with the ball and without the ball. So without the ball, it's necessary that we keep pressure on them.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
The words of our coach Hansi Flick analyzing the game. Barça-Inter, first leg of the semi-finals. The philosophy, the idea will be always the same.
You gotta love him. How are you, Hansi? I'm good. Thank you.
Chilling.
You gotta love Hansi Flick. Those were his words. A reminder that on Barça One you can find all of Barça content. You can find, for example, the full Copa del Rey final game, which you can go back and revisit. And you can also find Inside Barça, which is a documentary series following all the events of the season with exclusive interviews with the players. Episodes 1 and 2 have dropped already. Inter's lineup, which is interesting. Marcus Thuram has made it back into the lineup.
Wow.
There was speculation that he was going to be out injured. Their lineup with Jan Sommer in goal. Bisek, Acerbi and Bastoni at the back. The wing-backs are Dumfries and Di Marco. In midfield, Çalhanoğlu, Barella and Mkhitaryan. And up front, Lautaro and Marcus Thuram. Obviously, Lautaro is one of the players to keep an eye on. He's the top scorer for them in the Champions League with 8 goals, 21 in the entire season. I'm going to give you 2 stats, though, guys, for Inter. One is their month of April, which has 8 games, 2 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses.
Okay.
They've lost their lead in the Serie A.
And they lost in the Coppa Italia too, right?
They lost
to Roma.
in the Coppa Italia and semi-finals to Milan, to AC Milan.
To AC Milan, sorry.
But they've lost the last 3 games they played, haven't they?
On the other side, goals conceded in the Champions League, 5. 3 of which were against Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals.
5 goals conceded.
Yeah.
Barca have scored 37.
Yeah.
So it's the highest scoring team against the
Lowest conceding.
lowest conceding.
I'll let you take this one first if you want, and then I'll jump in.
I mean, how do you explain it? I mean, a 3-5-2 essentially is kind of our worst nightmare because it crowds the spaces that we thrive in, essentially. It'll crowd the midfields. Pedri's going to have 3-4 players on him. If usually he has that amount of players on him, now it's going to be even worse. You're going to have, on the wings, you're going to have Rafinha and Lamine Yamal being doubled up, and I'd imagine so. But on the other side, Dani Olmo, really good in tight spaces.
Yeah.
Rafinha, Lamine Yamal know how to switch possession from side to side, know how to exploit the spaces. Gerard Martí, Jules Koundé, obviously really good into space on the attack, on the quick counter attack, and kind of leaving it there. I think it's going to be hard with them playing such a defensive line, but at the same time, I think the strengths, especially in Dani Olmo, Pedri and Frenkie de Jong, in those tight spaces could be to our benefit.
But the one thing, and I agree with you, I think 3-5-2 is not what Barca would want to see, but I do think that Hansi, unlike anything that we've seen in recent history, can adapt to whatever the defense provides to then fill the gaps that are left by that defense.
Yeah.
And that might be a little bit more in the midfield, and depending on how far back the wing backs sit, there might be some spaces in between there to just make some through ball runs. The guy that it's almost for no other reason than the fact that every time I see this dude, I just get the worst memories, is Dumfries.
I know.
Every time I see
I was
Dumfries,
literally gonna say.
he's doing something that hurts Barca in one way or another, and I wish that he wasn't playing today.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would take Rafinha up against Dumfries any day.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Or, I mean,
I agree with you. He's just
in
one
that
of those
sense.
players that just does that, you know.
Yeah.
Right, let's go back to the Olympic Stadium because Pedri talked to Marbral just a few minutes ago.
Next to Pedri, who will play for the first time in his career the Champions League semifinals, al costat de Pedri. Pedri, què tal? Bona tarda.
Pedri, good evening.
Primeres semifinals de Champions de la teva carrera.
Your
Crec que nerviós no
first
estàs,
Champions League semi-finals in your career. You didn't look nervous, though. No, honestly, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the ball getting rolling. I want to get the game started and give joy to the fans. Feels like one of the most important games of the season, but how is the team? How was the team in the hotel? How are your teammates? Honestly, I see the team, really excited for the game to get started. We've been waiting for this game to come, so we just want the game to start now. Inter Milan looks like they're playing with 5 across the midfield. Thuram starts too. I think Inter Milan are a difficult team to stop in transition, but look, we're just going to try and keep the ball, play as we always do. I hope we win.
Of Pedri, who has to go very quickly for the locker room. He will play in the starting 11 for the first time in his career. He will be in the semi-final. Let's hope that Pedri will try to play as always. Very good.
Right, thank you very much, Marc. Let's have a quick round of Guess the Player.
Okay.
Past scorers against Inter at home. So let's get the first one on our screens right now. Let's see, Spence, how you fare in this game of Guess the Player after a couple of absences on this show. Past scorers at home against Inter Milan. Who might that be?
Oof. That strikes me as a 20. That's not 2010. I don't know what.
That's 2010.
It is 2010.
It is 2010.
Oof. David Villa.
David Villa was not on the team in that season. 2009-2010. Let's see if anyone else has the correct answer on the live chat. We just hit 10K, 10,000.
Ooh.
There we go.
Go on.
Sojanya Sharma has it correct, and the answer is Gerard Piqué. Gerard Piqué scored that day in a 1-0 win, which was not enough to turn around the 3-1 defeat from the first leg. Alexi Barceta,
Oi.
2-0 win from the 2018-19 group stage. Who scored?
Jeez, that is not easy. Do you have an idea, Spence?
Like Arturo Vidal or maybe a
No.
Coutinho. I don't know. Come on, give us something.
You're never going to get it.
No, I feel like I won't.
Carlos
name.
Perez.
Give me a name.
Carlos Aleñá. Come on, somebody, say a name.
I don't know.
You don't want to be wrong?
Coutinho. I don't want to be wrong.
You said Coutinho. Coutinho is not the correct answer.
Clearly.
And I don't see any correct answers on the live chat. I see
Is it gonna be Carlos-
Paulinho, Luis Suarez, Iniesta, Piqué,
What year was that again?
Semedo, Messi,
2019.
Malcolm. Oh, Murray Gale has it correct. It is
Carles, no?
Rafinha Alcántara.
Ooh.
The former Rafinha.
Ooh. The OG Rafinha. Spence,
Final
you're
guess the
not on
score.
that tonight.
Oh, guess the player rather. Final guess the player. Who's that?
That's Robert Lewandowski now.
Yeah.
You think?
I'm just gonna say I think
He
that
scored twice in the last time we
Yeah.
played, didn't he?
that seems like
3-3.
like somewhat of a gimme. I'm hoping.
Lewandowski.
Oh, the drum roll makes me feel good.
Give it to them.
Go on.
Go on then.
Right. So at least
Get in.
At least between the both of us, we have one more working brain cell tonight. Individually, we can't.
Locked in, baby, ready to go.
Let's do it.
Right. Players have finished their warm-up. If we can get that final clip of their warm-up on the screen.
Yeah, there it is.
No.
Bit concerning. Lamine Yamal walked to the dressing room, touching the upper part of his left leg, interrupting his warm-up. So, We don't know right now. Fermin had to intensify his warm-up, but we have no confirmation at the moment that any changes have been made.
Yeah.
So, a bit concerning.
Very concerning, considering
And
I
we'll
pretty much...
see if there is any confirmation right now of a substitution in the lineup being made.
There goes my key player of the match.
If this were to be confirmed, that Lamine Yamal is unavailable, it would be very bad news for Barca, of course.
It wouldn't be great. Would you put... I mean, there's possibility for change in the lineup as well. If you put... You can put Dani Olmo, Ferran out on the wing as well, Fermin, and any... Basically, those three positions of Dani Olmo, Ferran, and Lamine Yamal can be
they could just exchange positions.
Exactly.
Fermin was great coming off of the bench the other day,
Yeah.
but Lamine Yamal is definitely one of the biggest threats that Barca can put out there. We'll see. As soon as we have confirmation, guys, if he's playing or if he's not playing, we'll let you know. We're just hoping that
He can
did a little massage on that on that left leg. Pre-game quiz.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
8 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Let's quiz. Spencer, how many Champions League semi-finals have Barca played? Not enough in the last 10 years is the correct answer.
I'm going to say 12.
You're going 12.
No, that seems...
That was a very certain answer.
That seems like too many. I feel like they haven't lost too many in the semi-final. They've won 5. I'm going to say that they've...
We're counting European Cup.
Ah.
All history. Before 1992 as well.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm going to stick with 12.
The correct answer is not 12. Correct answer is 16.
Yeah. Good karma, guys, in the audio room. Come on.
7 wins, 9 defeats. 9 eliminations. Alexi Baceta. Who is the only team that has beaten Inter Milan in this Champions League season? Option 1, Arsenal. Option 2, Manchester City. Option 3, Bayer Leverkusen.
This Champions League season. I'm gonna go for Arsenal. I can't remember.
Arsenal. Arsenal is not the correct answer.
No.
Bayer Leverkusen.
I knew Manchester City didn't play them, but I didn't know which one was which.
Wow, this is...
Right, so individually we're bad today.
Shameful.
As a team.
As a team, okay, go.
All right,
third question.
Come on, give it to us.
One more
Give it
question.
to
How many
us.
points did Inter have in the league phase of this Champions League? 16, 19 or 21?
I'm thinking it's got to be one of those 3 answers.
Yeah.
Salty internet guy says, "Why is everyone so
It's either-
clueless?"
it's either
I don't know
16, 19 or
if
21.
they're talking about you.
It's either 16, 19, or 21.
Yeah.
What is your gut telling you?
I mean, in school it was always C for correct, so like.
I think it's 19.
Okay, so we'll go for 19.
I think
Should we go for 19?
I think it's 19.
I think 21 or 19 is probably.
19.
19.
19?
19.
Right.
Team.
Well done.
Great.
Same as Barca, by the way. Same amount as Barca. But
See.
Inter came 4th.
Yeah.
And Barca came 2nd. We're waiting for confirmation on Barca's lineup. Will Lamine Yamal play? Will he not play? He left the warm-up session touching his upper left leg.
Yep.
Concerning.
Very.
But we'll see. Fermin had to intensify his warm-ups. Fermin, who came on as an energy booster in the second half of the Copa final.
I'll say this. If it's one thing that Barca do have this year that in years past we have been afraid to talk about, it is that there is plenty of firepower on the bench if your stars are out. And in the case of Lewandowski and Balde not being available, Ferran has been very capable. Gerard Martin has been very capable. And if Lamine can't go tonight, I trust Fermin to get the job done. I do.
I agree. I think we saw it in the Copa del Rey final. As you said, Robert, Hansi Flick made literally all his substitutions, and the quality on the pitch and the intensity on the pitch did not come down for 1 second.
Right, 5 minutes remaining. I'm going to ask you guys on the live chat and in the studio, what is your score prediction? Give us score predictions on the live chat. Guys, what are you going with? I went with a 3-1.
Okay, optimistic.
Yep.
Mark and I went with the 2-1. I think even more that Lamine Yamal is not on the pitch. I think it's going to be tight game, but get the job done.
I'm just basing this on group chats.
Okay.
They are now saying that he is playing. Let's see. Wait a minute. We've got a footage of the tunnel right now. Is he in that tunnel? Is he a blonde head at the back? Dani Olmo's blonde head,
that is Dani Olmo's head.
Dani Olmo.
No, the blonde head next to Rafinha at the back. I think
there he is.
He's there, right?
There he is.
Right. It seems like Lamine Yamal is playing.
Seems like it. Hopefully.
Seems like Lamine Yamal is playing.
Hopefully, it won't be an early substitution.
Boy,
type
this
thing.
is
this is a bit nerve-wracking.
This is
yeah.
it is hell of a way to start this program today.
It was. I mean, if it's gonna be muscular issue. If it's a problem, I just really hope it's not gonna be a matter of kind of early substitution. Would it be? I mean, this one I trust. Again, in Hansi Flick we trust. So if his decision is to start Lamine Yamal instead of putting him on the bench and put him on for later potentially, then I believe it's the right decision.
What an image! For everything that Montjuic isn't, its aesthetic certainly is, especially that high wide shot that overlooks the entire city.
That shot is literally probably the best shot.
Great mosaic, by the way, and we're seeing the Barca players walk out to the tunnel with Lamine Yamal Nasraoui in the lineup. So he will start. We will keep an eye, obviously, on how he progresses throughout the game. The players walking out onto the pitch. 3 minutes remaining, guys. From 1 to 10, how nervous are we?
Very nervous.
10 excited. 7 nervous for me. 7 nervous, 10 excited.
I'll be about the same, I think.
This is subject to change throughout the entire course of the game. I'm a 5 nervous, and I'm an 8.5 excited. Because I got to leave some room for next week and hopefully a couple of weeks from now.
14,000 watching us right now.
Ooh.
Let's make it to 15,000 at least. Call your neighbors,
let's make it to
friends,
50,000. Oh, sorry, okay.
We made it to 64,000 the other day.
Yeah, you weren't here, Spen, so it's not.
Well, that's probably why, because I wasn't here.
Yeah.
More people tuning in.
We need at least 20, I think we can get, no?
Call your friends.
Call them up.
Call your neighbors.
Text them.
Call
Go
them.
knock on doors. Oh dear. Champions League anthem.
Okay.
Wow.
So ready for this.
Wow. Gallina de piel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
Nice image.
Right, guys.
Oh, come on.
We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Corcoran, get me a question on the screen. How? One of the questions we prepared. Prepared.
Let's do it. It's a leaner from the start.
Let's get it on the screen right now.
It's a leaner from the start.
Yeah, no, nobody's sitting back today.
No, this is a 60%
John,
game.
we're leaned in, right?
Yeah.
Leaning in. Okay.
What is the key to this first leg? Option 1, Barca's defense. Option 2, Barca's midfield. Option 3, Barca's attack.
Based on my 1-0 prediction, I got to go with the defense. I think you have to keep Inter off the board because the last thing you want is going into the second leg where you're feeling like you need more from that stadium. You do want to go out and try to score tonight, but you got to make sure that you keep a clean sheet.
For me, it's Barca's attack. If we can keep up with the goal-scoring pace we've had in this Champions League, it's ours.
Yes, I agree, but it's got to play the opponent.
Yeah.
Opponent's not going to let us do that tonight.
Well, I'll go for middle ground between you guys, just because I think the fact that Inter are going to be crowding up that midfield, the fact that our 3 midfield players are so good at playing in tight spaces, getting the ball out, bypassing 2-3 lines of defense is going to be so key, and I think we have the players to do that. So,
yeah.
Right. Temps with a Z. If I get a shout out, 3-0 to Barca.
Okay. Let's put it to the test.
LOL. Why are you not showing the game? This is the 7th season of Barca Live. We have not shown a single game because we do not have the rights to do it. Broadcasting rights are expensive.
We'll reenact the game for you.
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
This
We'll
football
react to the game.
right here,
Yeah.
and Robert's incredible ball skills, and Alex Ibaceta's incredible skills on headers.
There is
I sold
a
it.
moment of silence at the Olympic Stadium in memory of the Pope Francis, who passed away a few days ago during the Easter break. So a respectful moment of silence. Respectful moment of silence at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. And guys, it's the Champions League semi-finals. I was saying before, we've done 7 seasons of Barca Live. This is the first Champions League semi-final game we've ever done on Barca Live.
And
so
congratulations.
history is being made right now. Yeah, history is being written.
Right.
We did do Barca Live in the season that Barca made it to the semis against Liverpool, but we weren't allowed to do Champions League games. So this is actually the first Barca Live with
guys,
a Champions League semis game.
Let's have fun.
Shall we 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3 Barca? Or 1, 2, 3 Barca Live? Or 1, 2, 3 Spencer?
This is about Barca. 1, 2, 3 Barca.
1, 2, 3 Barca! Right.
Okay.
Nothing but love.
Yeah, nothing but love, nothing but Blaugrana hearts. Blue and red hearts, guys. Support for Barca in this Champions League semi-final. The ball is rolling! Vamos! Feel the live chat with blue and red hearts. And let's see the team.
Here we go, here we go.
See the team go out there and try to qualify for the final of the Champions League for the first time in 10 years, with Inter Milan trying to catch us in space early on in this game. Careful here with Thuram inside ball. Koundé is going to have to clear. Koundé clears. Inter attacking from the very first minute. Incoming cross. Thuram! Into the back of the net. Backheel touch.
Jesus, man.
Well,
What a way to start.
that was that was a great start.
Let's, I know this is wishful thinking, but let's just confirm that the return pass was not offside.
I don't think it was.
Okay, so
Because Koundé.
it was Dumfries on the right-hand side. Incoming cross. Íñigo Martínez slips. Thuram back, he'll finish. Brilliant finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1-0
Íñigo slips right
to
there.
Inter Milan.
Dumfries again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, that dude. Ridiculous.
Íñigo Martínez just slips.
Guys, can we
right
get the 1-0 on the score, please, on our graphics?
It was, a great pass from Inter into space, because we were high pressing from the start. We just didn't regain possession where we needed to, and they exploited the space. Brilliant finish, and that's that, basically. But on the bright side, we still have 90 minutes to go.
Got 179 minutes to play, actually. So let's play football.
Yeah,
No other option to go but from here, but forward.
basically.
Right. Good news, of course, is that we've got a full game to go. And we've seen this team react time and time again this season. Wow.
We're high pressing.
35 seconds.
Yeah.
We're high pressing from the start.
We saw this in the Atleti Copa game.
Yeah.
First leg of that.
That's why it's not just a full-on blow to the chest in the sense that
We have a lot of
through
time
this.
to,
Right,
And
we
we
got
that
to
guy.
Lamine Yamal.
what a
Lamine Yamal,
touch.
can he get into the box? Is Lamine
Yes,
Yamal
he
cutting to
can.
his left? Lamine Yamal couldn't get past Bastoni.
how many times have we come back from behind this season?
Many a times.
Many times.
Many a times.
Hansi Flick is a chill guy right now.
Who will be Barca's first scorer? We need
go
an
with-
equaliser.
Yeah,
Who will it be?
I'm gonna go for Ferran.
Ferran? Okay.
I think while he missed a couple of chances in the Copa final, this is Rafinha's event.
I will go our top scorer in the Champions League, Rafinha. Option 3. Lamine Yamal with a cross. Here we go. Ferran Torres chasing it. Rafinha trying to keep it alive.
That's good action.
Be optimistic, guys. Be optimistic.
See ya.
Good action.
The concerning thing was we got caught in space.
Yeah. See
So
there.
here's Dani Olmo inside. Dani
Olmo,
Olmo
Dani.
trying to progress.
I think that play was a good example. Pedri literally drew in 3 players, did 1 pass
Yeah.
to split them, and then Dani Olmo was there in space to go forward.
Barca reacting well. Barca with possession. Gerard Martin playing it inside. Cleared away.
It's a good reaction, and it would be even more encouraging if that first little movement hadn't happened and we were looking like this, because we'd be thinking we're now bossing the game. So just got to keep that mentality.
Here's Lamine Yamal. Inside pass. Ferran Torres down on his chest, trying to go forward, and he'll force a corner kick.
Come on.
Corner kick to Barca.
Okay.
We need 90 minutes of aggression today.
Of this.
Energy. See how close was that cross in?
Oh, Ferran. Right, corner kick to Barca. First corner kick in the game. Rafinha's going to whip it in. Incoming cross by Rafinha, headed away at the near post. Throw in Barca on the right-hand side.
Right. I think this is what we had in mind to how to start the game. Possession, exploit spaces, kind of show Inter's weaknesses at the end of the day. The first foul of the game.
So here's one thing that we can look towards for the next 2 games against Inter, including this one. I'm not so sure what the right move is when it comes to set pieces. I like this. Get the ball back in play and get it rolling and sort of create from open play.
Yeah.
I just don't know that Inter are a team that you can really beat on a set piece. Hold on. There you go.
Here we go. Inside. Pedri. Back to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal has 2 on him. Trying to go deep. Looking for space to cross. Decides to go back, finds Frenkie de Jong on the edge of the box. Frenkie to Inigo Martinez. He's going to have Gerard Martin on the left. Incoming cross by Gerard Martin. Go Ferran! Headed up in the air. Frenkie de Jong goes down. No plancha, no high boot.
If there's contact.
Throw in, says the referee.
Wishful thinking.
Robert.
That'd be bold.
How do you say wishful thinking in catalán y en castellano? La esperanza de algo, no sé.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was wishful thinking.
It was wishful thinking.
I was at a pub in London for the Copa final.
Yeah.
And I was surrounded by Madrid fans.
Oh, what was that like?
Well, it was really fun at the end. Hold on, this is Barca looking good, so I'm gonna just pause.
Barca are looking good. I mean,
Yeah, we're exploiting a lot of the spaces that Inter aren't giving us and are giving us without giving us the space. Did you get it?
barring the fact that we're 1-0 down, we're looking good.
Yeah.
Inside pass, Lamine Yamal, he's going to find Rafinha. Go Rafinha. Yep. Rafinha with a cross inside into the hands of Sommer. Maybe he could have taken the shot. You were saying?
Yeah, the moment that I remember, one of the moments that I remember most outside of the Koundé goal was the end of stoppage time of the 90 minutes, and we get that penalty. And at first blush, it was just like what we saw.
Yeah.
And then when we saw the replay, the Madrid fans are looking at me like, that's a penalty. And I didn't say anything. I didn't want to upstage them, you know, but I was like, in my head, that's not a penalty. And I don't know what you guys were saying on the show.
Yeah, we said no.
You said no.
The Rafinha one.
Yeah.
We said no.
At the end of 90 minutes. And I also just don't think that would have done that game justice.
No, it would have been a bit, despite it being in our favor, it would have been kind of unfair and kind of disappointing for that to have been kind of a key moment of the game.
Barca playing in Inter's half, although now a ball is intercepted. Gerard Martin's going to have to clear, or Dumfries is going up. Dumfries trying to
get out of there, Dumfries.
Gerard Martin back to Tech Szczęsny.
Yeah, it's quite clear that Inter are trying to exploit Gerard Martin on that left side. All their attacks have been going through there. It's been going from the defensive line to the middle, straight out into that space for second touch of whoever the player in the midfield receives.
What does Barca need to do tonight, or how do we need to react? Here, nice turn by Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal going in. Lamine Yamal, shoulder on shoulder.
It's all right. That's good. It's good though. That's fine. That's fine.
Long possessions and patience. Be careful with Inter's counters, or win the energy battle. I say long possessions. Long possessions, patience. Keep going.
I'm on number 3. I think you have to match Inter's energy tonight.
Alex?
I think number 2, mainly just because we've seen it a couple of times. Once Inter finally regain the ball, their attack starts. It's again that one ball into the midfield, and then they kind of throw it out into space. So it's quite clear what the game plan is. And it's worked within the first minute of the match, so I think it's just to be wary of that, because they're just going to try it over and over again. And especially if we're looking for that first goal, then Gerard Martin and New Martinez were in and around the box at one play, so they are leaving space behind. And a player like Thuram and Dumfries and all these players are very well capable of exploiting that.
But at this point, we can just eliminate patience. I think the goals dictate the way the games need to be played.
Yeah.
And it would have been really easy to say let's play patiently when it's 0-0, but there's no time to be patient now. I mean, every possession you need to be thinking about how can I advance the ball.
Yeah. And I think, to be fair, I think we're moving the ball around quite well, considering Lamine Yamal literally has 3 players around him. We saw a play there. Even with 3 players around him, he managed to keep hold of the ball and...
Tech. The cross, Tech comes out to punch it away.
A flag?
No.
The shot
from
outside the box hit the side netting, and it's offside.
Can you shut up?
Oh, not now.
Do you read the room, man?
Hey! Robert!
Read the room!
Not now.
Well, I mean, I do have to say that if the Barca official intelligence has an optimistic prediction to make, I'm ready to listen to it, because 2 out of 2 in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
1-0 against Mallorca, 3-2 against Real Madrid, predicting that the game would go into extra time. So let's do it. Let's go and see. But hang on, because Lamine Yamal has the ball on the right-hand side, and he passes inside. Go! Shoot! Oh, the shot wide by Ferran Torres.
So close.
Oh, dear.
So close.
What a chance.
So close.
Lamine plays it inside. Ferran into the box. Bad touch, and it goes wide.
Bad first touch. The ball went away from him.
First clear chance for Barca. It was Ferran Torres. Okay. Are you ready to make it 3 out of 3 in terms of predictions in your last 3 games? Barca official intelligence, let us know. What do you think is going to happen tonight, score-wise?
Well, Robert, thank you for finally coming to me when it comes to this prediction, because, as you know, I am untouchable right now. And in that realm, you know that there's a couple of goals in it for Barca tonight. So, 2-2, and then we take it to the second leg.
Not sure if I like it. 2-2. Not sure if I like it, Barca official intelligence. What a chance by Ferran.
Would you take it?
Well,
A 2-2.
It's better than 1-0. Yeah, 1-0 down.
I'm asking. Would you take it?
I'm not ready to take it yet.
No, me neither. I think the way we've been playing, I think...
People still asking on the chat to show the game, by the way.
Yeah, stay with us. We're going to show it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point. We might.
Maybe.
How are you? Thank you for asking. We're doing all right. We're hanging in there.
We're hanging... Yeah, I mean...
Thank you.
Feeling fairly confident still, seeing how Barca are playing.
Yeah. I think the way we've been moving the ball around, the way we've been keeping possessions in times that we actually have it. We've been high pressing.
Here we go, but Rafinha's won it back. Rafinha with a cross inside. Didn't reach Lamine Yamal, who's waiting on the edge of the box. Come on.
Good ideas. I think we have the right ideas, exploiting. We're doing really well in drawing out defenders and then passing it back into space. Ferrander was found into space. Frenkie de Jong from Lamine Yamal was found into space. I think we're doing really, really well on that. Our defensive line right now is so high. Gerard Martinez is basically playing as Rafinha right now. Inigo Martinez literally just so high up. So we're confident, and I think that makes me a lot more confident.
Did they give a foul?
They did give us a foul, a belated foul.
That was like 3 seconds after the fact, and
Dumfries, yeah. He got.
Stop doing that, Dumfries.
Yeah, Dumfries' hands have been controversial in the past, and now they allow Barca to have a set-piece opportunity.
It's they are my least favorite pair of hands on the pitch, without question.
Yeah. With respect.
With respect, no.
I hope Sommers don't become Ali's favourite hands. Right.
Can we get something from a set piece? That's the question.
Rafinha with the cross inside. It's punched away by Sommer, and Lamine Yamal will pick up the rebound.
Calm.
Lamine Yamal, incoming cross. It's headed away, and Frenkie de Jong will pick it up again for Barca. Come on. Just about to reach the first quarter of an hour. Barca have had a clear chance through Ferran Torres, who sent it just wide.
Take him on.
Here's Lamine.
Go get him.
Go on.
Oh, Lamine. Lamine, outside of the boot, cross. Headed away.
Yep.
Win it back again, Cubarsí.
Yes.
Important touch there by Pau Cubarsí.
Oh, Pedri, well done.
It's Pedri on the turn. Also going down that right flank, looking for Lamine Yamal. Now Lamine's pass didn't make it to destination. Cubarsí with the aerial batter. Olmo brings it down. Here we go. Go Danny. Danny trying to play it through to Rafinha.
Good action. Let's go. Keep it up.
Into clear. Throw in Barca. Barca trying to pile on the pressure.
Yeah.
Keep up the energy.
I like the idea that we're being very patient in terms of moving players around, but we're also playing at a high intensity.
Yeah. Direct.
Yeah.
There's a clear directive here. Go get a goal.
Lamine Yamal again.
Being doubled up.
We're certainly looking for Lamine Yamal a lot.
Yeah.
So this is interesting because this is exactly what you were talking about, Alex, with the wide players being doubled, specifically Lamine. There's got to be a way to counteract that. You're not going to keep Lamine out there the whole time. He just almost lost the ball.
Quick touch by Dani Olmo to Lamine Yamal. Lamine cuts to his left, finds Dani on the edge of the box. 1-2, he attempted to play with Pedri. The referee says to Pedri, get up. Cubarsí wins the header, and Koundé keeps it in for Barca. No, throw in.
Yeah, I mean, that play there, we saw the ball being pushed back into the midfield for Frenkie or Dani Olmo, but just because there's been a lot of times where that pass has been overforced in the sense of it goes so hard that Pedri, Dani Olmo, Frenkie, whoever's receiving that first touch is a bit too heavy, that's unable to kind of play off the first or second touch from that. So I think that's just a little detail that would help the speed of play in terms of how we advance and exploit the spaces. But I think, right now it's just a matter of exploiting the spaces that we're able to control in terms of drawing out Inter defenders with certain players.
Robert?
We need Barca legend energy.
I think
there's only one man for
There's only one man that we need in this studio. Things have gone well generally when he's been with us, so let's bring in Ronaldinho, please.
Please, come on.
Ronnie!
Some Ronnie energy.
Come on.
Is that a new
With the Ronnie energy, Lamine Yamal has it. Lamine Yamal's trying to squeeze in between two defenders, and that will be a corner kick to Barca.
Vamos.
Ronaldinho, ¿cuánto quedamos? 3-1.
Woo!
Atta baby, Ronnie.
3-1, he predicts.
That's my Ronnie. See, this is the one I'm talking about, these set pieces. I think maybe taking these short is the way to go.
But also I think Lamine...
Careful with it, coming across! Oof. And that was a head-on-head, I think. Oh, no, okay. Íñigo Martínez.
I think
waiting for it at the far post.
A strategy we could try to exploit as well is Lamine drawing a penalty in the box, because we saw if the ball wouldn't have gone out, he could have easily drawn in the penalty there. He's being doubled up, going between the players are going to stick their leg out. So,
I think historically as well, we are owed a penalty against Inter.
Yeah.
Also with another corner kick, incoming cross, it's headed away. The shot! Wide by Ferran Torres.
Bah! Come on!
So close.
No.
Give us some shark emojis to encourage the Tiburon. Give us some shark emojis.
How close was he?
It's so close.
Oof. It was closer than I thought.
No, because it's curling up.
All right. Listen.
Easily.
Give us some shark emojis for some Tiburon energy.
That's
Football's a
easily
long
could have
game.
gone in.
Let's keep it up.
Oi. El Tiburon is close.
I'm going to Tiburon the live chat.
Tiburon the live chat.
I'm going to jaw the live chat.
You've been Tiburon.
Live chat, you've been Tiburon. Careful as Inter Milan attempt to go forward, and Íñigo Martínez has to clear for a corner kick. Corner kick to Inter.
Okay. It's the first attack in quite a while now.
Yeah, their first attack in a long time, yeah.
Barça and
Some comments to show the game.
Yep,
What number?
we're gonna do it real soon.
What number are we at now, Robert?
We're at 11K.
We're gonna
not bad for.
You're gonna see the game real soon. Yep. Stay with us.
Di Marco with the cross, careful with the header. Inter scored the second goal. Dumfries. Second goal for Inter. Off of the set piece, off of the corner. Dumfries
First
makes
attack.
it 2-0.
That Inter have. Get a corner, get a goal.
I think it's Acerbi who wins the header. What a pulling and tugging inside the box. Acerbi wins the header, and Dumfries. Wow. The acrobatic finish from
just over
close
the
range.
head as well.
Far enough from Pedri for it not to be dangerous play. 2-0. Right. I'm going to throw the optimistic stat at you. We've been down 2-0 4 times this season. And come back to win 3 of those games. And drawn 1.
I would still take that 2-2.
3-2 doesn't sound
yeah,
bad either,
Football's just so unfair sometimes. And then it usually happens against Inter. Come on, gotta keep it up.
We were 2 goals down against Benfica in the Champions League, came back to win it 4-5. We were 2-0 down against Atletico de Madrid in the Copa. We came back to draw 4-4. We were 2-0 down against Atletico at the Metropolitano, came back to win it 4-2. And we were 2 goals down against Celta recently, 3-1 at Olympic Stadium, and came back to win it 4-3.
I mean, we've been playing well enough.
We have.
To have scored. We should have probably scored already.
2 chances each team.
2, yeah. The
2
difference.
Ferran chances and the 2 goals.
Yeah. We've been, look at that possession. 67% possession. We've been absolutely dominating Inter, just controlling the ball, controlling spaces. Inter, it's what we know Inter to do. The counter-attack, the quick attacks, the set pieces. It's what they're good at, and they're exploiting what they're good at. We just haven't been able to exploit our strengths, essentially.
All right, here we go. Rafinha in space. Rafinha down the left flank. Rafinha looking for a pass over to Lamine Yamal, who picks it up. Lamine's going to cross it in. The ball up in the air. Sommer will pick it up. after it went off of an Inter defender. We're midway through the first half. The good news for Barca is that there's a lot of time left, and the good news also is that I'm sure that there are people on the live chat who are still willing to support the team in spite of the fact that we're 2-0 down. Give us some blue and red hearts, guys. Give us some support for Barca, some love for Barca through this, well, tough moment that we're going right now. 2-0 down. Let's hope that the team can turn it around. Fill the chat with some Barca cause. Koundé, Pedri.
Oh, nice to
Pedri hanging on to the ball.
You're gonna give a foul?
It's coming soon, it's coming soon.
Lamine Yamal. Where was the advantage?
None.
Calling the Pedri foul.
Lamine against 4 defenders was an advantage, apparently.
Come on.
Well done, chat.
Defending very tight right now.
Good job, chat.
That is a good job.
Give us some more blue and red hearts, chat. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Yamal.
Do it.
Lamine driving inside. Go Lamine, go Lamine, go Lamine with a shot!
Yeah!
The Wonder Boy! He's won the game! Vamos Lamine! He's ready for it! Lamine Yamal! Vamos!
Vamos!
Go! Give us some 3-0-4s in the live chat.
Oh,
Otro!
qué golazo. Qué
The
golazo
Wonder
Lamine
Kid
Yamal.
gets it down. Naughty boy Lamine Yamal. Do it. Give us some 3-0-4s in the live chat to celebrate Lamine Yamal's beautiful goal.
What a beautiful goal.
He was questionable at the beginning of the game, eh?
that
We
goal
were
came
wondering
out
if he
of
was going to play.
that. He had no right to score that goal.
No.
It was literally he was inside top of the box.
You said 1-on-4 is an advantage when it's Lamine. You were right.
Yeah, clearly. The referee
I said before the game he
agreed.
turns up
in
on
big
big
moments.
nights, and here he is again.
Come on. Keep it up. Keep it up. More energy.
How are you feeling about the game right now? Nervous, confident, or scared? I'm feeling confident. I believe in this team that has given me no
confident.
reason not to believe in them.
I'm confident. Absolutely.
Okay, we're confident. We're all confident.
I'm not either of the other two, to be honest. Like, the emotions inside
Well,
me, I'm not either of the other two.
No, to
I'm
be fair,
excited.
neither.
Yeah.
I think
Go Lamine.
it's like a nervous excitement of the potential of what we.
Lamine goes deep. Lamine can play it back in. Lamine comes back. Lamine. Oh, off the crossbar. Off the crossbar. Lamine Yamal, you special boy.
What is this kid?
This kid's angry right now.
What in the world? That's a corner, right?
Oh,
Or it's a
hey,
throw-in?
it should be.
Throw-in.
It should be a Barca ball because Sommer got a touch on it.
Wow.
Oh, Lamine Yamal. I can't say they've angered the beast. They've angered the Wonder Kid.
The Chaval.
The Chaval.
The 17-year-old.
Wow.
The teenager.
Left
Still a
it.
teenager.
Left it Inter player sliding back to Milan.
It's going to be a teenager for a while.
Just absolutely. So yes, a 4v1 versus Lamine Yamal he's at our advantage.
God.
As we've seen. Oh, it's ridiculous. Woof. Oh, he should have. Oh, that.
He's Yamal, yo. Oh, yeah. We did do it. You know how we celebrate a Lamine Yamal goal?
All right.
Spence,
Do you got?
do it.
Go on.
Over here.
Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He been doing this since he could barely crawl, y'all. Pristine 19 to the hall, y'all. Back you to the wall, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
Come on.
That's how we celebrate Lamine Yamal goals here on Barca Live. It's a good thing you reminded me. I'd forgotten.
All right, we're locked in. We're locked in.
We're so focused.
It's Rafinha trying to go deep. I'm dispossessed by our arch nemesis.
I'm
Dumfries.
I'm gonna find a bow and arrow, and from here, I'm just gonna hit Dumfries like in the Achilles or something, just to take him out of the game.
Fair play.
Maybe just in the bum.
I mean,
yeah, just anywhere that just takes him out of the game. I don't want to hit him anywhere, lethal. I just want to like knock him out of the game.
A muscular problem enough to kind of.
What a goal by Dumfries, followed by the Lamine Yamal absolute beauty.
Yeah. This has been a hell of a Champions League football game.
Yeah, it's everything you want from a Champions League tie.
And we're not even a third of the way done.
No.
And this is a Champions League semifinal, so the temperature, the energy levels, it's going to be really hard for them to drop.
Yeah, and second leg away in Milan is going to be one to follow with that stadium and the crowds and the atmosphere. I think that's mainly another reason why this kind of first leg makes me a bit more nervous. Inter have a very big home advantage when it comes to kind of feeding off that atmosphere, like you mentioned,
yes,
in 1 week.
But so do we.
Yeah.
And also, Barca aren't afraid of any stadium.
Nope.
That's true.
We went into the Metropolitano and we dropped 4 on their heads.
We went to the Bernabeu and dropped 4 on their heads.
We went to Dortmund.
Dropped 3 on their heads.
We went to Cartuja.
Here's Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong inside.
I like it.
And he's trying to turn. Go, Danny, go, Danny. The shot by Danny Olmo into the hands of Sommer. Danny Olmo managing to wiggle past and around a couple of defenders.
Almost.
Oh, he managed a nutmeg.
It was almost time.
It was. That was actually good.
Frankie de Jong wins it back for Barca. Here's Koundé.
Get into Lamine.
Get into Lamine. Go, Lamine. Go, Lamine. Get into the box. Lamine Yamal with a cross. Sommer gets a touch. Oh, Rafinha. So close.
It's coming.
We haven't even hit the 30-minute mark. We just did.
Feel it coming in the air tonight.
It's out.
Feel it coming in the air tonight.
Yamal.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Sorry. Can't help myself.
Listen to the Barca crowd, at Montjuic. Yeah. They're fully into it, and why wouldn't they be? It's Gerard Martin inside. Danny Olmo let it roll. High press from Barca. Don't foul, Frankie, don't foul.
No foul.
No foul.
He heard you.
Be sick. Back to Sommer. Barca pressing high.
Yep.
Will Barca draw before half time? Well, I have to believe we will.
Go, Pedri.
Pedri to Olmo. The cross inside into the hands of Sommer.
Good action.
Will Barca draw before half time, guys?
Yes.
I have to believe 1. Yes.
Is 3 that will score 3 goals?
That will score. Well, there will be 3 too. Yeah. That was so close, by the way.
Oh, fingertip save.
The Lamine Yamal cross. Sommer gets a touch, and Rafinha was just, inches away. Carefully into here.
Oh, on Frankie.
Get out.
Fighting for it in midfield, and that will go out for a Barca throw-in.
Okay. Frankie.
Tense stuff, guys.
This is. I think it makes it so nerve-wracking, knowing that Inter can get on goal within 3 passes.
Yeah.
It's kind of us high pressing, us playing with the ball, knowing that.
It's almost like we're playing the other team in white that we like to beat.
Yeah.
Here's Rafinha. Rafinha tried to go forward. The ball got away from him. Stumbled a little bit.
Like, the margin of error of our possession is so.
Careful with Inter on the counter-attack. I think Çalhanoğlu was tempted to shoot from the halfway line.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Barella, sorry.
I think he hit the floor. I think he hit the grass.
He hit the floor, but I think he was tempted to go from the halfway line.
Yeah, he didn't have many options in front of him, to be fair.
Koundé.
The fact that Inter can get to within the goal in, as you said, 3 passes is just, football's a game of risk and risk aversion. You just have to take on that risk. That's what Barca have been doing all year.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal with a cross inside. Oh, Varane didn't chase it. Dani Olmo went for the initial header, and Varane didn't chase it. He didn't think it was going to get to him. It's an exciting first half and a frustrating first half at the same time. I'm having some problem with some of my equipment here.
Well, okay, no, I thought we were in the ball there.
It's all right, Robert. We're good. We got you.
It's all right. It just needed taping.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
good?
taping.
Needed taping together.
We need you for this one, buddy.
Can't go off injured now.
We need you.
How about those 12,000 watching us
Ooh,
right now on YouTube?
look at that.
Where are you supporting us from? Where are you watching Barca from?
Flag
Where are you
game.
watching this game from, guys? Give us the flags of your countries. Let us know as Barca are given a throw-in.
Is that
A delay of throw-in.
Yeah.
wow, I've never seen that called before. I don't think I've ever seen that called, especially in a game like this. Good.
Good.
You know, the French...
There'll be no time wasting
Got
here.
the French referee in there. He between Spain and Italy, he doesn't care.
Go Lamine. Go Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal down the right flank. Lamine Yamal inside the box. Lamine Yamal can cross it in. Sommer punches away. Someone get a touch on it. It's not an Inter defender.
There's been a lot of those little dribblers right around the top of the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
It just needs somebody to be in the right place at the right time.
Give us some more flags, guys. Where are you supporting Barca from?
I've seen
Where are you watching?
Ireland, Scotland,
Oh, Rafinha is there again.
It's good ball.
South Africa, Brazil, Jamaica, Canada, Denmark, Russia, Germany, Netherlands, Dominican Republic, Lebanon.
Nice. We've got people all over the world watching this show,
Mexico,
watching Barca.
USA.
Here's Pedri to Ferran. Ferran to Koundé, the hero. Lamine Yamal, back to Koundé. Shoot,
Have
Koundé,
it,
you can
have
do
it,
it.
baby,
You know how to do it.
Have it. Just have it.
Into packing the box with players. Lamine Yamal with a cross. Sommer
All right.
catches.
All right.
Careful now with Inter's
don't like
counter-attacks.
that. Don't like that. No. Get it out.
Long switch. Frankie, let it go. Yeah.
That is good.
Done, Frankie.
Calma.
Well done, Frankie.
Calma.
Got Niger, we've got Nepal, Nigeria, Belgium. People watching from Botswana as well, Liberia,
Hi, Botswana.
Denmark.
I think there was Barbados.
What's going on in Botswana?
Sri Lanka.
Oh, I love Sri Lanka.
Kenya.
Koundé inside. Dani Olmo trying to get past Servi.
Egypt, Morocco,
Ooh, that was
Australia,
nicely
Uganda,
done. Careful.
Sweden.
So playing it out to Di Marco. Varela had to rethink it as two of his teammates were offside. Lamine with pressure. And here's Rafinha playing it forward to
Hit it,
Ferran.
Ferran!
Go
Hit it,
Ferran!
Ferran!
Shot by Ferran is blocked. Lamine Yamal has a second chance. Dani Olmo on the edge. Oh, the save by Sommer.
Come on!
Do it again. Another chance for Barca.
Are we looking at something real quick, just to be safe?
How about the press from Lamine Yamal?
Are we looking at that?
No, I don't think so. The ball was out.
Okay.
Corner kick Barca. 36th minute. Barca! Rafinha's going to cross it in. Incoming cross by Rafinha. It's headed away. Gerard Martin up in the air. Isek heads it forward. Gerard Martin's going to head it forward again.
Get the ball.
Now,
Oh,
Koundé with the
Koundé.
interception. Rafinha looking to protect in front of Di Marco. Intense stuff.
Play on. Let's
Chance
go.
to recover. They're fighting their butts off.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho,
Ronnie,
give us some energy.
where we at,
Give us some
baby?
energy.
Where
How
we
are we
at,
feeling?
Ronnie?
¿Cómo estamos, Ronnie? Optimista? Oh, Ronaldinho's predicting a tiburón goal. Ronnie's predicting a Ferran goal. Careful with the incoming cross. Rafinha!
Oh, yes!
Ferran! 1, 2, 3, Barça!
Bingo, we got the ball again. Let's go. Let's
We
go.
got it!
Third. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get more. Come on. Come on. Kunde.
I mean,
It was all down to Ronaldinho.
Aye, aye.
Yeah.
Hey, let's stay focused, huh?
calma.
Stay focused. Whew. Tío, que no puedo.
Wait a minute. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. Great prediction.
Yeah, Ronnie had that one.
You had the right idea.
Ronnie knew, eh?
Hey, Ronnie.
He knew. Yeah, Ronnie.
That was. Can we also say that was a great assist? It was Rafinha.
By
wasn't it?
Rafinha, the awareness
It was
inside the
second
box that
post.
someone was coming.
Yeah, literally headed down as well, so it can be an easy finish. Amazing. Finished 10 out of 10. Went the opposite way that Somer was. Rafinha with the assist, 10 out of 10. That cross to Rafinha as well.
There you go, Lamine.
I mean, winning it back.
There you go, Lamine. That away, kid. Let's go.
Vamos.
That away, kid.
Egg says show us the game.
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah. If Varane hadn't scored, we were actually going to show the game. But now we can't.
That's right.
Is
Koundé.
Koundé okay?
He's
What
down.
happened to Kunde?
Koundé. The cross by Pedri.
Pedri.
Rafinha with the wherewithal to head it back into the box, and Varane just pushes it in. Third time's a charm for Ferran Torres, by the way.
What a play, what a play.
That is a big finish for him.
How do we not have the live chat filled with Tiburon emojis?
Ooh, we got the Hansi hop. I love the Hansi hop.
Who scored Barcelona's goal? First it was Lamine Yamal, and then it was
Ferran.
Ferran Torres. And Eddie Garcia's warming up because Koundé right now will not be able to continue, it seems.
He's been doing so well nulling that side of... To be fair, Inter have barely even been playing from that side because they're scared of Koundé. And the times that Inter have tried to go down that side, Koundé has just absolutely nullified them.
That goal, that Lamine goal, it reminds me of someone.
Yeah,
I mean,
a left-footed player?
Reminds me of someone
I mean,
quite a bit.
A left-footed player that was
The way he beat
Stoichkov?
He beat 4 defenders with 3 dribbles.
and the thing is that the finish was just so like it wasn't a hard shot. It wasn't. He didn't have to take it off.
Yes.
I mean, it's too early.
Hey, what?
Hey, we are playing some beautiful football, but I'm more beautiful.
Well, I won't.
Yeah, you are, and you're more cocky too.
Yeah.
I won't refute that now that you've led us to, well, your prediction at least, artificial intelligence. I hope it doesn't stay this way.
No, it definitely won't at this point.
I want to remind everybody that we went 2-0 down early in the game against Atlético de Madrid in the Copa del Rey, first leg of the semi-finals. And before half-time, it was 3-2.
Yeah.
I just want to remind everyone of that. And Eddie Garcia has come on for Jules Koundé, who I think deserves a round of applause.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that Koundé will be all right.
Good. I like our graphic there. Don't put Dumfries' name on our screen.
Yeah, Notre Dame's. Barca playing it short here. Rafinha with the shot! Took a deflection corner kick.
Nicely worked. I like that.
Yeah.
Just let Rafinha have a hit. Okay. I really like that.
Oh, that could have, yeah.
Rafinha's going to be the one to cross it in.
Be careful here. Just. There you go. I like this too. Yep.
Lamine Yamal, y'all. His cross takes a deflection, and Gerard Martin will pick it up as Barca's last man. Pedri inside. Lamine Yamal's going to turn. Oh, Lamine, you naughty boy. Oh, Lamine Yamal. Here, another chance for Barca. Lamine Yamal dispossessed. Pedri should have taken it. Oh, it was Cubarsí. And now Barca are running back.
Sorry, we got people back.
Try to counter.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Good recovery.
And with the high line there.
Good recovery. Good recovery. Oh, that was almost a beautiful team goal.
Cubarsí. You felt there that Cubarsí's not a finisher. He's not a striker. How magic would it be for Cubarsí to score in the Champions League semi-finals?
I'll take anybody, man. I'll take anyone. I don't care. Ter Stegen can come on later and score a goal.
I'm gonna. What's happening now? Oh, there's an Inter player down. Lautaro out. Okay, so Koundé had to come off for Barça. And Lautaro.
Looks like he has to come
what's
off.
happened here?
Me neither.
But he was being like,
Didn't really know what's.
oh, it's in the counter there. He pulls up, and
Does he call for the?
something must have popped
Yeah.
or something in the back of his leg.
Because he calls for it right there, doesn't he?
Yeah. And you saw the Barca players just going up to him and
Yeah.
saying, "Are you all right?"
He's on the verge of tears as well. I think he's probably.
asking to come back on.
Yeah, but
He's
I think
gonna hold on for as long as he's probably gonna try to hold on till halftime.
half time so that
They don't waste
Inzaghi
the
can make the
substitution
substitution without it using without him using the window. Yeah, but see, he's not going to the press with Pedri.
no.
Careful here, Pedri, don't give it away. Pedri wins it back. There's Olmo with the cross. Bit too long. Rafinha will have to race to chase. He's got it.
Easy.
Final seconds of the
Pedri.
first half. We'll see how much time is added on. Pedri with the switch. Lamine Yamal's all by himself. Here's Lamine.
First
Lamine
touch.
has Di Marco on him now. Lamine Yamal
Let's
inside the
see,
box.
let's
Comes
see.
to a halt. Look at him. Look at him dance around with the ball.
This is. Oh my.
The confidence of the 17-year-old.
Stop it, man! Stop it.
There's Gerard Martin. Side pass. Blocked.
Stop the
Careful.
clock.
Cubarsí. Pedri. Now Eric Garcia.
I like Eric at right back. It's okay. It's a good replacement. too.
Lamine Yamal skipping past defenders. Lamine Yamal goes down, unable to get past.
2 minutes of extra time.
2 minutes of extra time. Here's Lamine Yamal, who slips again and is fouled.
Que chaval. Que chaval.
Ooh! Ouchie.
A little stud in the stomach.
The hand, right?
He was
No, in
holding
the
his
stomach.
chest. Yeah, he just got kicked
Yeah.
in the
Oh, he
chest.
got kicked in the chest.
A little
My
stud
rib
here.
cage by a guy whose thighs are about 6 feet wide.
Right. Can we create a chance before?
There's a minute left here,
First half?
Just saying.
Rafinha, Varane, Pedri. Now Inigo Martinez has got Gerard Martin on the left. Inigo playing almost in the winger position here.
Rafinha's in the 9 spot.
Ball back to Pedri. Seems like a wise choice. Eric. Barça. Moving the ball around calmly. Of course, important just to keep the ball at least. The toughest thing is done at the moment, which is to get back into a game in which you were trailing 2-0
And control it.
final
And
against a
control
team
it
that has
as well.
conceded 5 goals in this Champions League.
We've controlled as well. I think that's also it's been a bit of like a take a deep breath. We've got this kind of vibe is that we've scored 2 goals, but we've kept control of the game for the entirety of the first half essentially. Outside of the 2 goals that Inter have scored, we've done most of the football being played.
He didn't give us the extra seconds.
Just about.
Right, half-time.
Right.
Half-time at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. And what a roller coaster of emotions this first half has been. Guys, on the live chat, let us know. What are your thoughts?
Woo.
Did you like the first half? Did you dislike it? Was it like, was it like halfway up? For me, it's a thumbs up. As I mean,
as a neutral, as a Barca fan, as an Inter fan,
As-
I think everybody's saying this is why we play the sport.
That was very
So you know. Like, that's a thumbs up for everybody.
Alex?
thumbs up, definitely. Despite having been 2-0 down, we've controlled this game in a way that's been just completely giving me confidence. And also Lamine Yamal has just been brilliant.
I think there's nothing to dislike about what Barca did in the first
No.
half. We conceded 2 goals in the 2 shots on target that Inter had. Obviously not great, but I haven't felt all that threatened by Inter.
71% possession.
Barca have controlled the game. We've created chances.
Yeah.
I like everything that Barca has done. Unfortunately, Inter are a very talented team who, on 2 isolated opportunities, managed to score 2 goals. But we were 2-0 down, and the good news is that we're back in it 2-2 at half-time. Before we go to Pablo's segment, I want to ask Ronaldinho, thumbs up or thumbs down? Ronaldinho.
5 thumbs up. Thumbs way up.
Thumbs way up by Ronaldinho.
Easy, Ronnie, don't fall.
Yeah, don't get injured for the second half. We need you. We need you. We need Ronnie for the second half.
We do.
Right, guys, we are going to take a quick break here in the studio, but we are going to kick it over to Pablo Bulls Blanco for, as always, the halftime quiz. He's going to keep you entertained for a few minutes. Do it, Pablo.
Hello, Culés. How are you all doing? How are the nerves doing? Because the big games simply do not stop here. We just came off the back of the Cup final, and now it's Champions League semi-final time. I'm sure you guys are, 1, very excited and very happy that Barca have had such a good season, but 2, you're probably very nervous too. That's why I come in to try and help you guys calm the nerves, give you a halftime quiz, and also showcase some of the content we've got available away from the games on Barca 1. Barca 1. You may be asking, I know you guys hear about it a lot from me. How to install it? How easy is it to see this stuff on there? Because we've got loads on there. Alongside exclusive interviews that we've got full games on here. We've got exclusive documentaries too. All the highlights, by the way, are on there too. A daily news show is there. Exclusive releases like the Next Generation. Every Barca Athletic game is live on Barca 1. So there's loads on there, but something I love to do on it is check back some of the old games, the past games, and that's what I'm going to be quizzing you guys on today, because we've got a history section. If I come over here and show you guys on the left-hand side, if you come down here, I've just clicked the wrong thing, I've just clicked the language. You come here to the history section, and you've got loads of different competitions, all the competitions that Barca have played in. You've got La Liga games, Champions League games, you've got Copa del Rey, Club World Cup, both the Super Cups, as of course today is Champions League. What are we going to do? We're going to go into Champions League, guys. And look how much you've got on there. Loads of seasons, all the way back to 92. It is endless, guys. And within these, by the way, you've got loads of games within them too. So I know you guys are going to really enjoy going back and watching some of the great games, like the 6-1 versus PSG, for example, and all of that shenanigans. You know, I know you guys love that. Quiz is coming up then. Here we go. Let's go straight into it. Now, come down here, my friends. 91-92, if you may remember, the first time Barcelona won the Champions League came in 1992. But who did Barcelona beat in the final? Was it 1, Juventus? Was it 2, Inter Milan? Or was it 3, Sampdoria? Who did Barca beat in the 92 Champions League final? Let's hear then your answers in the chat. Let's get them in there. If you're a proper culé, you should be getting this one. So let's see, guys. Can I catch you out? Is it Inter? Is it Juve? Is it Sampdoria? I'm going to push you for time. Going to get the answers in, because I can tell you it's number 3, Sampdoria, guys. We beat 1-0, that crazy Ronald Koeman free kick, of course, in extra time. Historic day in Barca's history, of course. And there you have the answer to number 1. Well done to all of you who got it. Let's go on to number 2 then. If I come over here, guys, and I enter into some other little sections that we've got, I want to come in here to the 05-06 season. This was the second time Barca won the Champions League. We've got this first leg of the UEFA Champions League semi-finals against AC Milan, also Italy themed. I tried to make this quiz as we're playing Inter, of course. In this 1-0, who scored that goal for Barca? How good is your memory, or how good is your Barca history? Was it 1, Eto'o? Was it 2, Juli? Or was it 3, Ronaldinho? 3 answers there, 3 options, guys. Who scored the only goal in this game? Is there a clue on the thumbnail for that picture? Is there a clue, or am I trying to catch you out? Let's see what you guys put in the chat. Let's see if it's Eto'o, Juli, or Ronaldinho. Here we go then. I'll see a lot of answers coming in. And I can tell you guys, am I going to catch you out again? Did I catch you out on question number 1? It's number 2, Juli scored. The 1-0 in this game. Barca went on to go through, of course, and go on to beat Arsenal in the final. But a 1-0 win, not Eto'o, not Ronaldinho, it was Juli. Final question then. You've seen all this content we've got available here. Loads of it, loads of it. Now, I've actually gone through and counted how many historic Champions League games you can watch back in full on Barca 1. My question to you guys are, how many games are there? Is it 1, 16, 2:19 or 3:21? How many games can you guys watch if you'd like to on Barca 1 of the European Cup and Champions League games? Let's hear then what answers you guys have. No one go cheating. I don't think you'll be able to find out in time anyway, even if you tried it. 16, 19 or 21. Is it a guessing game, or are you guys that good and that up to date with your Barca 1 content? Here we go then. Final answers. Who can get 3 out of 3 today? Who's going to be the king of today's quiz? I can tell you, it's 19. 19 games you've got in between all of this. You've got 2 in each season, as we just saw with the 05-06 season. So 19 games available for you guys to watch. I highly recommend you go and check some of them out if you just got a bit of free time away from the games. That's all I've got for you then, guys. Going to leave you with a little quick clip from some stuff we've got available. And of course, I'll be back for more in the upcoming games. Culés, take care.
There you go, 1 year of content on Barca 1, and we hope to be bringing you best of content and best of news in the month of May. Spencer, we've been abandoned.
Oh, look!
Oh, Missy Baceta is back.
Decided to make her way back.
Yeah, okay.
I was recovering, rebreathing. It's been a lot of emotions.
It was.
I needed my moment. I needed my space.
I know that we're about to do tactics and stuff.
Are we?
Whatever you want, but I was doing just a little bit of halftime scrolling, for better or worse, and I saw a breathe in for 4 seconds, hold and breathe out. Can we all do it together? Breathe in 4 seconds.
Wait a minute.
Hold it. Out 4 seconds.
Okay.
We'll do it just once because it's not the best of viewing experience.
No, yeah. You do the rest at home.
Yeah, it's a bit boring.
I mean, it was necessary. It was necessary.
I mean,
Yeah.
it took a lot out of me.
So many things have happened.
I'm actually, I haven't had any caffeine today, and I am more energized now than I have been perhaps all season. I'm feeling good after that half. I know it's not the result we want in terms of leading, but what a half.
No, I think despite result, I think we have to be happy about it.
We have to be optimistic about it as well. With
Definitely.
Barca's approach, they never lost face. They never lost faith either. They just kept going, stuck to game plan. We're the team that dominated in terms of possession. We're the team that dominated in terms of chances. We're aggressive. We're recovering the ball up high. Kept going for it. Managed to score 2. Could have scored a couple more. And guys, I'm just feeling very confident with this team. As I said during the first half, they've given me no reason this season for me not to feel confident about them going forward. And yeah, we'll see in the second half. Huge blow, of course, that Jules Koundé was replaced because he picked up an injury. We'll see what that is. But going into the second half, I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, definitely.
And the one player that goes out is unfortunate, and football, you know, it worked weird in that first half because at the beginning it was 2-0 and we were saying football is unfair. The halftime result is just. It's fair. I mean, that's one of the rare instances where I think everything actually, like the halftime score, looks more or less like what it should be looking like.
Would it not be fairer with a 3-1, a 3-2 rather?
Yeah, but let's not get greedy. But yeah.
We still have 45 minutes.
There's a lot of time left. And let's see if Barca come out the same way in the second half with the same energy and the same focus.
How we finish the first.
Because Inter are also going to have 1 or 2 more chances too.
Yeah.
There are 2 things that I want to touch on. The second will be our segue into player of the first half, or best player of the first half. First is the mental resilience that this team has shown time in, time out this season. Going 2-0 down in a Champions League semi-final. Seeing how that team performed tells me, one, long gone are the days of Barca's woes in Europe. We may win, we may lose, we may get knocked out, we may go through. I don't care. This team has shown me that it is ready to compete with the best in Europe.
I agree.
Yeah.
And Hansi has prepared them for that.
Yeah, I think it says a lot, the fact that we went 2-0 down and we're just like, it's fine. Everything's fine. We can definitely manage to come back, and you have the confidence and you know that we can do it.
The other thing I wanted to touch upon before the second half, and this leads me into best player of the first half. We have the question on our screen right now, I believe. Who was the best player of the first half? Option 1 is Lamine, option 2 is Yamal, option 3 is Lamine Yamal. The 17-year-old in his 100th game as a Barca player, the youngest player to ever reach the 100-game milestone. Just wow.
But like, who is this kid? Like, we every time we think that we know what his limits are, and in the biggest moments he comes up with these incredible movements that make you go, it defies logic, it defies gravity, it defies physics.
It doesn't make
it's
any
just
sense.
the goal. It's
No.
not just the goal.
It was that one goal that Sommer literally just touched out. It was that little samba dance that he had against two Inter players. It was him being mature and holding onto the ball, drawing in defenders, and then literally just beating in two lines of defense with one pass down the middle to get a shot on target, essentially. Everything that, I mean, like, he's a young, exciting player that is so enjoying his football, but his intelligence of doing very tactical awareness teams that helps the team. He's not an egocentric player, and he could be. He could be easily with his talent, but he's not, and outstanding.
And his ability at 17 to embrace the moment, accept the challenge, and just take on every defender that is in front of him,
basically
lead the team, and sometimes not make the best decision, but other times just
score a
his
goal.
pure talent ends up being the best decision.
You have to have intent, and that he always shows that. And I don't want to give away any trade secrets here for Inter in case they're listening to Barca Live at halftime in the Inter locker room, but they got two guys on him, and nobody goes after the ball. They might stay within, an arm's length of him because they want to contain him, but if you give Lamine even a little bit of space and you don't show a threat of trying to take the ball from him, I know it's difficult because he can dribble, but he sees the whole pitch.
Yeah.
All of that being said, I'm not taking anything away from the performances of Dani Olmo, Pedri,
Ferran, for sure.
Rafinha.
Yeah.
Just every player.
Eric came in and played well after Koundé got hurt for the last 5 minutes. Let's see what he can do in the second half.
It's a fantastic team performance.
Yeah, definitely. It's literally just having patience, exploiting spaces, just being smart. I think that's probably the most impressive bit of it is the patience and intelligence of our players to kind of keep control, but at the same time not losing the intensity and the intent of scoring more and more, as many goals as we can, essentially. It's just that balance is so... It's such a mature team right now in terms of mentality, and everyone's there to help each other. We saw Rafinha with the Ferran chance, Lamine again, doing a lot of things on and off the ball that are helping his other teammates have more space, have more time on the ball. I think it's just overall the puzzle pieces are literally just perfect.
Well, let's hope that the puzzle pieces keep coming together in the second half. Let's transition back to our couches because Lamine Yamal is coming back onto the pitch.
When
Ronald Araujo's coming on.
Ooh.
Does that mean that we are going into Copa del Rey formation with Íñigo Martínez at left back, Araujo and Cubarsí as the centre backs, and Eric Garcia as the right back? It would seem like it, right?
Potentially. ¿Qué pasa, Ronnie?
Alex's microphone is giving us issues. So, also, the other thing I'm monitoring is the fact that Lautaro was...
Fix that microphone. Get those pilas in there. Get that battery
those batteries
going.
in. She's got to talk a lot.
Good camera work.
Lautaro was apparently injured in the first half, so we'll see if he was replaced at halftime. But
those are actually the batteries, by the way, for Alex, not for her microphone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, Taremi is coming on for Inter Milan, so I'm assuming that's for Lautaro.
Lautaro, yeah.
Spence, she shamefully.
Ew.
Yeah, Lautaro off, Taremi on.
All
right. Spence, she actually shamefully, literally ran out of batteries during the extra time the other day. She was like, here, like her body was present. I mean, Alex.
I didn't think it was that obvious, but everyone said it was.
In your defense, it was 1 a.m. and the show ended at 2 a.m.
2:15.
2:15. See, there you go.
See, my excuse.
Let's go.
Okay,
Right, let's go because the ball is rolling in the second half. Confirmation that Araujo has come on for Gerard Martin. So we are now playing with the Koundé injury as well,
Yes.
with Szczesny in goal, Eric, Araujo, Cubarsí and Íñigo Martínez at the back. We're playing with Frenkie de Jong and Pedri in midfield. Dani Olmo is the attacking midfielder, Lamine Yamal on the right, Rafinha on the left and Ferran Torres up front.
Who do we have?
Lautaro went off
Who do we have
injured
left
for
on the
Inter
bench?
Milan. So they are playing with Sommer in goal, with Bisek, Acerbi and Bastoni at the back. Dumfries and Di Marco as the wing backs, Çalhanoğlu and Mkhitaryan and Barella in midfield. And up front is Marcus Thuram and Taremi.
Our bench is still looking strong. I was looking at who we have on the bench.
Who we got on the bench?
Gavi, Fermín López, Pau Torre, Ansu Fati, Pau Victor, Hector Fort, Christensen. Strong. I mean, with the Fermín and Gavi, obviously. Especially
Fermín
when
and
you
Gavi,
look at the
good
likes.
options.
Definitely Lautaro there on.
Yeah,
off.
we'll see, of course,
Well,
if the Lautaro injury keeps him out of the return game as well. Careful here with Inter playing the set piece into the hands of Szczesny. Guys, second half starting.
Blue and red hearts.
Pause.
Same can be said about Koundé, by the way, for his status.
Yeah.
Or for
Yeah.
the weekend also. Weekend, I'm not as worried. Weekend, we got a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a dangerous game.
Yeah.
A team with nothing to play for can sometimes be dangerous.
Yes. But this is the only time we're going to talk about this right now. But they have nothing to play for because they're terrible. Like, they're terrible.
Yeah.
Playing Valladolid at the weekend.
Sometimes professional footballers just find it within themselves to,
Especially
in the
against,
least expected moments, give the best version of themselves.
especially against Barça.
Alright. Fair enough.
Everyone's always up to play against us.
Fair enough. Let's focus on what we have today, which is right back to being here in the final third.
I
Yeah,
think we need to have a video of Ronnie's.
I think Ronnie's
shoe right
preparing
now.
something special. We'll let Ronnie
Yeah.
prepare.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal plays it in. Pedri's going to chase. The ball goes out for a goal kick. I was going to say, in these last few days, I've been talking a lot to my Barca friends, friends who support Barca,
Yes.
because it's a great moment to talk about Barca. And today I was talking to Mauri, our director.
Yeah.
I said, "How are you feeling about today?" He said, "I'm worried about the Saturday game."
Okay.
That's what he said. I'm worried about the Saturday game because this
There you go.
semi-final is going to get all the attention as Lamine Yamal goes forward. Lamine Yamal out wide to Rafinha. Too much on that. Rafinha couldn't get to it. He said the Inter semi-final is going to get a lot of attention, and of course to win the Champions League would be great, but I want to win La Liga.
I mean,
I don't want La Liga to slip away, is what Mauri said, and I kind of agree with him.
yeah.
I agree, but I genuinely, with this team, I genuinely don't think we have to give up either one.
How
I
come we
think
don't have enough blue and red hearts on the live chat, by the way?
we don't.
It's good that there's a couple of sharks on there.
Sharks
I like
on
Yeah,
there,
I like the
but,
red
uh,
hearts.
blue and red hearts. I'd even take the occasional yellow heart. I'm good with that.
We need the blue and red hearts.
You were saying, Alex, sorry, I rudely interrupted.
Yeah, it's so rude, Robert. No, I genuinely think that we don't have to give up either. If we play in a team, I'm assuming Hansi Flick is going to make a lot of rotations this weekend, considering we have the second leg next week. But it's again the fact.
Careful, Bisek going forward, the cross by Bisek. Someone please clear the ball. Di Marco over the crossbar.
All right, put that down as a mark. That's
Yeah.
one real good chance for Inter in the first half, that in the first half they would have scored.
Yeah.
Because that, if you're an Inter fan, you're saying that's got to go in the net.
The only thing I don't know is if Thuram was offside when the cross came in and Araujo had to intervene
It wasn't
because
offside.
Thuram was there.
It
So
wasn't offside.
careful here. Eric Garcia coming across.
There you
Araujo
go,
clears.
Araujo.
With the
there you go.
clearance. Touch.
Lamine Yamal brings it down. The ball gets away from him. Inter have come out.
Come out with more energy and more purpose,
Szczesny.
which is fine, because I don't think they can sustain this energy this way with the way that they play.
Yeah.
I think eventually they're going to turtle back into their tactics.
Well, it's reminiscent of what happened in the early minutes of the first half.
What's happening?
So
happened?
Ronaldinho's ready to show us a trick.
Okay. Okay. Nice boots.
Those are some nice sneakers that Ronaldinho has.
I feel like I could do this.
You could do what Ronaldinho can do.
Yeah, based on what I'm seeing right now, yeah, I could definitely do this.
Can you do what Lamine Yamal does? Oh. Woo! Lost by Barca. Round of applause for Ronaldinho, the Barca legend. And guys, okay, you were saying, Spence, Inter, the more energized team at the beginning of this.
Yeah, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes has to be making sure that you stay secure at the back as Szczesny comes out and deflect. You know, I've been waiting to use this thing all game, and I haven't been able to.
Right.
About time. You all right there? You good? Oh, you said it maybe it's not
didn't,
offside.
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see it as clear as the ref did, but better for us.
They've been getting around that offside trap today.
Yeah, they've been getting into a lot of spaces down the wing, which has not been fun to soak in. And essentially, I mean, it's a lot of crosses that we've been kind of having to deal with inside the box from Inter, and it's just not fun.
As Pedri plays it to Eric Garcia, and here's Lamine Yamal. Un día la partida. Frankie, Rafinha, Íñigo Martínez playing very high up the pitch now. He puts the cross inside. Dani Olmo's going to chase it. Inter clears. Cubarsí has to defend the situation and pass it back to Wojtek Szczesny.
Cubarsí.
Cubarsí. Never a bad moment to
pull that out now.
All right.
Pull that one out.
Now we're back in the final third, and we're just starting to queue up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see what changes Inter have made as well, because you know that defensively they were getting shredded a little bit.
Well, they've lost their top scorer at the moment. Is Íñigo Martínez. Back to Rafinha. Barca playing a calmed possession right now. Pedri had the intention to pass it through to Rafinha. Instead, he had to go out to Íñigo Martínez because Rafinha was well covered. Íñigo Martínez crosses it in into clear.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dani Olmo's handball.
Play on.
How are you feeling about the second half? Optimistic, concerned, or okay with the 2-2?
Optimistic, definitely.
Optimistic.
Definitely. I mean, we've not given up possession barely. Inter had that one chance. We've been patient. What I like about it is that we're not forcing any attack. Íñigo Martínez has had a lot of crosses. You know, Pedri, Lamine have gotten in good positions, but they've been able to draw the ball back, restart again, recycle. And I think that's what makes it so optimistic, is the fact that, you know, we're level-headed. We're not trying to force anything. We're just, you know, confident in what we can do and waiting for the right moment to do so. I think we've seen that we can't afford to lose the ball against Inter, and that's exactly what we're doing, is just holding on to it.
Come on, Lamine.
Go Lamine. Defended by 2 and dispossessed. Eric Garcia is going to win it back for Barca. Here's Pedri pulled from the
call. Thank you.
Behind.
So the first 10 minutes, I'm noticing Inter are saying one very, very clear message, which is we're not going to get beaten by Lamine in the second half.
Yeah.
Because they're putting 3 guys in a flank.
Well, here he is, Lamine Yamal inside the box. The inside cross, it's cleared away. On the edge of the box, the volley! By Pedri with his left foot. And it goes wide. If they're going to defend Lamine Yamal with 3, it means there are 3 players.
Yeah.
Substitution for Inter Milan.
Early substitution there for...
Di Marco off.
Is that a forced substitution?
Di Marco, the player who is guarding Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's been one of the most active players for Inter, I think, so far. Defensively and offensively, he had that opportunity in the second half now. A volley just skied over the crossbar. And yeah, he's been one of the ones that's been tasked. This is what happens when you get tasked with defending Lamine Yamal. You're forced off in the 54th minute.
Right, well, Is it Carlos Augusto or Augusto Carlos, the player who's come on? Cochran, can you confirm? Augusto Carlos? Carlos Augusto? The graphic said Augusto. The name on the shirt said Carlos. I'm going to go by Carlos.
Oh,
Carlos Augusto. Careful here. Dumfries is in behind.
Fine, that's fine. That's fine.
Inigo Martinez and Tech coming off of his line.
Our high line is working really well. That gives Czech enough space to kind of get the ball before the Inter player gets to it.
He can get there. The Inigo at left back thing, it's a little bit worrying because he doesn't normally play there. I know he played there a little bit on Saturday, but...
Careful here, the ball played inside on the edge of the box, a chance for a volley. It's played out wide to Carlos. Carlos defended by Eric Garcia. ...52nd minute, it's 2-2. Barca went down 2-0.
Can I get a flag? Can I get a flag? Thank you.
Flag. Do it, Svens.
Can I get a flag?
Can we get a flag, please? Spencer?
Fun with flags, with offside flags.
You look like the kids in the lineup with Rafinha.
Yeah, that was funny. There's a meme in there somewhere.
Go.
Here we go. There's Lamine in there somewhere.
There's the space, Dani Olmo.
Player jumping on him, here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal inside. I don't know if he was attempting to shoot, cross.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think potentially passing. Ferran was making a good run through the middle, but don't really know what happened in the end.
Oh my God! Read the room, man. God, he is on a heater. I'll tell you.
Please don't forget about me. My correct prediction is still very much alive.
Oh, we know.
Sadly.
Oh, we know. We do know. High press played from Barca. Danny almost going it back. Go, Danny.
I want nothing more than for Barca official intelligence's prediction to be thwarted by another by
a Rafinha goal.
Yeah, I'll take Rafinha. Yeah, exactly.
I'll take a
Rafinha goal.
Rafinha, our top scorer in the Champions League. I feel like he has to have his moment in this semi as well. Here's Pedri over to Rafinha. And Rafinha passes to Inigo Martinez, playing as left back. Pedri on the turn. Back to Frenkie de Jong. And Frankie finds Lamine Yamal, who has a bit of space to operate. Here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal with a cross inside. Ooh, an acrobatic clearance by Barella. De Jong, quick touch to Inigo Martinez, and Inigo passes back to Pau Cubarsí, and Pau Cubarsí is going to give it back to Inigo. Cubarsí. The intelligent move every time, and a falta, and a yellow card. A foul on Pedri, and a yellow card for Çalhanoğlu. Your prediction, Spence, was that Inter would not keep going with the initial rush of attempting to play in Barca's half and keep the ball in there and press Barca up high. I would say that Barca have is anyone listening to me? That Barca regained control of this game.
Yes,
whatever you say, Robert.
They have regained control. I do agree, and I just don't want them to lose focus for the next half hour. I want them to go grab a third goal.
Well, they look like they're going to do it now. Here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal inside the box. Lamine Yamal to Pedri. Oh, it was the same setup as in the Copa final, but Pedri decided not to shoot.
That's fine.
I mean, Pedri
Lamine Yamal inside. Almost chasing. Rafinha also chasing. Sommer clears.
I mean, Pedri in that same position as Copa del Rey final, except with 4 Inter players in front of him.
Instead of 0.
That was literally, as soon as, it was like a magnet, just like...
That's not a foul. Play on, come on, get the ball back.
Frenkie pressing Çalhanoğlu. Lamine Yamal with the press. Ferran just getting up after the no foul call. Lamine Yamal pressing Jan Sommer.
Cubarsí.
Wearing the... winning the aerial challenge. Inter player down.
Soft foul potentially, but
Kubarsi versus Thuram. I mean, it's
Thuram just didn't jump. Really,
that hurts a lot.
it hurts, but he didn't jump.
Are they saying? Are they singing Kubarsi at the Montjuic Stadium?
That would make sense.
Kubarsi. Lilian Thuram.
Got a nice hat.
Nice hat by Lilian Thuram. Watching his son play as an Inter player, and now Barca are going to be in trouble here. But we're not in trouble because Barella was offside, very fortunately, because he's claiming there was a handball.
It was outside of the box, though, isn't it?
It was outside of the box, but
But if it's the last defender and it's a handball,
Barella was offside. So
all right,
It's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
Nothing
Play on.
happened.
Play on. Play football.
there's Rafinha to Pedri. Now Frankie de Jong is going to find Lamine Yamal again. Who will score the winner? Olmo, Rafinha, or Lamine Yamal? I said Rafinha's going to have his moment in the semi. Ferran Torres almost getting past his defender now. Inter going forward.
Help!
Here we
No,
go.
no,
Careful.
yes!
Oh,
Oh my
Araujo clears for
God.
corner kick.
Jesus.
Corner kick.
I don't want to look. I don't want to look.
Dumfries crossed it in, and Araujo cleared with his left leg. Dumfries wanted a handball. There's nothing there.
Champions League, man.
Careful with the corner kick, because in the first half, I believe they had just one. Yeah, they did. Just one corner kick. And they scored off of it.
Get this garbage out of here.
And Çalhanoğlu's going to cross it in. What's going on? Bit of aggressiveness inside of the
Who's
box.
he calling? Dani Olmo.
Ooh, Barella and Olmo?
Probably Araujo if it's the captain now.
Okay. Bit of a conversation between Olmo and the referee. Çalhanoğlu's going to swing it in. Careful here. We need to defend here. We need to defend this. Incoming cross, the header again, and they've scored. Dumfries again. It's crossed over to far side. Tech comes off his line. Decides not to go for it. Is it Dani Olmo own goal?
Yeah, it comes off his
Dani Olmo
shoulder,
goal.
I think. It comes off, I think Dumfries heads it down.
No, it's a double Barca player touch, I think.
Dumfries heads it down, comes off of Dani Olmo.
Are you sure that Dumfries heads it?
Araujo.
I think it comes
so.
off of two Barca players.
You think so?
Doesn't matter.
I think, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a goal for Inter. Right, guys, we shall have to rise again.
Right, here we go.
Blue and red hearts. Come on, guys. Support for Barca. Blaugrana hearts. We were being the better team in the second half, so come on. We need to believe in this team.
Yep. No choice.
And please not give away any more corners, I would say. What is going on with the corners? Ferran Torres trying
Rafinha.
to give it back to Rafinha. Dumfries comes across, gives away a corner. Right, can we make the most of a corner here?
Okay.
Corner kick to Barca.
I mean, that would be fitting. Grab one right back.
Right, every time this team gets punched, we counter punch back. So let's see if we can score two in the second half. Take away a win. Olmo to the edge of the box. Lamine Yamal lets it roll. Rafinha with a shot. Yeah!
but it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Rafinha shot hits the crossbar, goes onto the back of Jan Sommer, and Barca equalise just a minute after conceding. Hammer!
Vamos!
What did I say? Every time this team gets punched, what do? We counter-punch.
Where's the boxing glove? Where's the boxing glove? Pásame el guante, ahí.
Fermin's coming on.
Fermin's coming on.
Spence, every time Barca get punched, what do they do? Every time that Barca get punched, what do they do? Oh, they counter-punch. They counter-punch. Come on!
Okay.
3-all.
Okay.
I said
What was
Rafinha
it,
would
4?
have to have his moment in the semi-final.
True. What did we say? What was it? 4 seconds in? Hold? Shall we?
I can't right now. I can't.
What's the point of breathing, Spence?
Hey, guess what?
How will this game end? 3-3, 4-3, 5-3.
Guess what?
No.
Hey! Hey!
Nope.
Right, guys, round of applause on the live chat because Dani Olmo is going to be replaced by Fermin. Applause emojis for Dani Olmo. Applause emojis for Fermin. Come on! How will this game end? I'm going to go ahead and say 5-3.
I'm gonna go
optimistic
5-3.
now. I'm optimistic as hell.
I'm going 5-3 as well. Daniel.
Barca!
Daniel Olmo not the happiest.
I'm gonna take 4-3.
I'm going 5-3. I
Because
think you kind of have to.
We've been saving the drama in these types of games for stoppage time. Like right at the end, Rafinha against Benfica, the winner.
Yeah.
By the way, as Barca win it back. By the way, that corner kick with Dani Olmo passing it low to the edge of the box.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal letting it roll under his legs and Rafinha waiting behind.
Straight off the training ground.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Rafinha has hit that precise training ground routine shot 100 times.
The fact that it's like, I love when those shots go to the crossbar, not when they're not scored, but precisely the position that you want to, when you're practicing these free kicks, when you're practicing these shots, you aim for the crossbar essentially because you always kind of miss it essentially. But like when it hits the crossbar, I think that's so precise and how these players train and how exactly, how many times has Rafinha hit that in the training ground and just...
Raise the volume.
Look out.
Here we go.
Lamine.
Numesa tra la grada. Ambaggio Namura. Eric Garcia with the cross inside and into clear. Del Barça soc supporter. Lamine Yamal going through. Lamine Yamal low cross inside, cleared by Acerbi. Rafinha on the edge of the box. Rafinha out wide to Fermin. Fermin's going to put the cross inside. It's headed up in the air. Fermin wins it back. Fermin inside the box. Fermin tried to cut to his right. The shot by Fermin.
Just too soft.
Weak into the hands of Sommer. Right, guys, I'm going to quote someone very special in my life, a very passionate Barca supporter, and that is my brother Luis.
Okay.
What does Luis have to say about
Luis
that?
has just sent me a message saying in Catalan, and I quote, careful here because Inter wanted to play it forward and it's a foul in midfield and there will be a yellow card for Cubarsí. For Cubarsí? Yeah, for Cubarsí. Okay, so I quote in Catalan.
Yeah.
M'està superant això.
M'està superant.
Which is to say, this is overwhelming.
Yeah, basically.
This is too much to deal with. It's too much.
Bueno, el català correcte passa'l i aquesta català és correcta, saps?
Yeah. Fratesi has come on for Inter Milan, and that is a just utterly Italian name.
Yeah. You said it very Italian as well.
Frattesi.
You could have said it, yeah, you could have said it more Italian.
Easy. Barella.
Not to be confused with Fratelli.
Get him, Ronnie.
This is actually soothing.
I know, it's like satisfying.
It's like Spence, can we? Careful, Marcos Thuram in space. Marcos Thuram in space, chased by Cubarsí. Is this not offside? Cubarsí!
On a yellow card.
Cubarsí! 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 What a block! On a yellow card. Was Thuram not offside?
Me está superando el show también. Joder.
Yeah.
Woo. I'm weak in the knees.
All right, Eminem.
Right.
My palms are not sweaty.
Are they not?
No.
I'm going to leave this flag here. I'll wave it again if necessary.
I don't.
Hey. No offside. Araujo defending Thuram. Let's
get a flag,
not leave
please?
ourselves too
I don't
exposed.
think-
Inigo Martinez wins it back. Yes,
I don't-
Inigo.
I don't
I feel like we need a chant for Inigo as well. Inigo forward to Rafinha. Rafinha's inside. Rafinha
Good idea.
with the cross, which is headed away. He's going to win it back on the left flank. The next time the ball goes out, I think we need to do the breathe in, breathe out again.
Yeah, but not right now.
Not right now, because Fermin has it and passes to Lamine Yamal.
I'd like to see one more Lamine play. You know, I just want one more little action from him.
Inigo Martinez with the cross, too far for Fermin to pick it up, and it will go out for a throw-in for Inter. Right, guys, perfect time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, how many seconds?
4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out.
You lead.
Okay.
You lead the way.
Yeah, you lead.
Here we go.
Okay, ready?
Oh, so useful.
It really does work.
It does.
Oh, yeah. The tension is like
So
taking over my body.
Yeah.
6
Now the nerves are not nerves of failure in this case. They're different types of nerves. They're starting to kick in.
There's also an element of why are there just 17 minutes left of this? It is spectacular to watch.
Yeah. This has been.
I mean, we still have 90 minutes left of this.
Here we go, Fermin on the turn. Fermin
Rafinha.
on the edge of the box. Let's get it to
Just
Rafinha.
hit it.
Rafinha hit it. Rafinha inside, blocked.
Good. Good action. Good action.
Now Inter want to run. Careful. Pedri got a touch on it.
Araujo.
Good touch by Pedri to slow the Inter counter-attack, and now Fermin called for a foul.
That's fine.
Fine.
That's fine.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Fermin, very energized to score a goal. Top of the box. He's getting a lot of touches in, trying to weave through the defenders, just not being able to get past 5 defenders. I mean, fair play. But he's really hungry for a goal tonight. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he scores.
So
I wouldn't be surprised by anything at the moment.
True.
I know it's only the first leg, but I just have to warn you ahead of time.
Oh, we have another game next week, yeah?
That's one of the things. But I was just going to warn you from my... hold on. Now these Inter attacks are starting to just look a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
They are. Barca look just a little bit more exposed, trying to go forward. Careful with the incoming cross by Dumfries, and Inter have scored.
Woo,
Offside,
flag, give me a
offside.
flag.
Is there a flag?
I get a flag. Whoa. It didn't look like it at first blush. We're going to need to check this. For now, it's up, huh?
Okay, so the cross by... Yeah, I think it is. Or is it not? I don't know.
Well, the guy who
think it
hits it
is.
is the one who's the furthest forward.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's Mkhitaryan. And they're going to look at it. Question is, if the guy who doesn't touch it is offside, does it count as a positional offside?
They were quite close to each other, to be fair, so it might be interfering, but I'd have to see it again to be able to kind of say.
It's going to be a tight one. There was a tight one last night as well, Mikel Merino.
I'm seeing confirmation.
Offside.
Okay.
All right, use that, use that, use that.
Oh, dear. What are you hoping for in these final minutes? I don't know. I mean,
I see kind of, hold on.
Offside?
Offside as well.
No offside? No? Dumfries is played on. Dumfries gets across Cubarsí. Dumfries inside the box.
Is that not offside?
Who was that defending? Eddie Garcia. What good defending by Eddie Garcia. Oh, Inter now are somehow energized.
Yeah,
That's okay. That's
they're
okay.
growing confidence.
Yeah.
That would have been, none of that
offside.
would have counted.
No.
None of that would have counted. That's fine. It would have been offside.
I don't know why we need a full replay.
Assuming that we can go the next 15 minutes without having to concede some silly.
Varane might win it here. No.
This just, again, it just feels like one of those nights. It feels like somebody in the 93rd minute is going to rip one in the back of the net for Barça, and we're going to walk out of here a winner. It just feels like it.
It might be now with Lamine Yamal going forward. He's got two defenders on him. Lamine cuts to his left. Lamine on the edge of the box. Fouled.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice?
Okay.
If we got our first free kick goal of the season in the Champions League.
I saw a lot of, here's just a quick replay of the offside. It is a toe and a half. Wow. Wow. Wow.
That was the Lewandowski
If this is
offside
my
all
toe-
over again. That's the line.
That's the difference.
That was how offside.
Wow.
Rafa, give us some magic from the free kick line. From
Okay.
the free kick,
I saw on the social medias earlier today that the last Champions League semifinal goal that was scored, you know it, before today.
Woo, it was a free kick.
Arguably.
Is it Rafinha or is it Lamine that's next to the ball?
I'm giving this.
Is that
Rafinha.
Fermin?
Rafinha.
Oh, Rafinha.
You were going to say you were going to give it to Lamine.
I'm giving it to Lamine, but you know what? This is Rafinha's moment. It's fine. It's fine.
He's our top scorer in the Champions
I'm
League.
gonna lean, just so you know.
Lean on me. Right. Free kick to Barca on the edge of the box in a great position for Rafinha. Do it, Rafa. Do it, Rafa. Do it, Rafa. Referee blow the whistle. Do it, Rafa. The shot by Rafinha into the hands of Sommer. It was underneath the box. It was a nice try by Rafinha.
Good effort.
Good effort. It was sad there wasn't a rebound either because we had a lot of players in and around the ball.
When it made it past the wall, I thought it was going for the near post. And Sommer was beat if it was going for the near post. He went for the keeper's post.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Good. It's good action.
Eric Garcia did really well to follow the ball into there, but Sommer had kept it on.
What I was gonna say is that I know this is only the first leg, but if Barca score a goal, I'm just giving you like a heads up. I'm liable to throw something, so please get this like mug out of here.
There we go. Out of the way. Inter in space. Careful here.
Like destruction is the only thing that's going to be on my mind if we score a goal, basically.
Pedri manages to recover for Barca, although we weren't able to keep it here. Now Pedri recovers again. Oof.
Or if we concede a goal, actually. Destruction would also be.
Yeah. Oi!
Oh, Lamine Yamal! Lamine Yamal! Oh, Lamine Yamal! Lamine Yamal! You naughty, naughty, naughty boy!
Yeah, but don't let this... Get their tech, get their tech, get their tech. Oh, Stian.
Tech. Inter had a chance in space. Tech came out of his box.
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal. A dribble and roulette.
It's stupid.
It's just silly.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm just hoping that
and then an outside of
like
the
soaking
pass.
into my brain so that I can
He's
remember it for a
smiling.
very
He
long
knows
time.
what he knows what he's doing.
Inter are going to make 2 more subs.
I have to say, my voice is gone again.
Oh, there was never much hope for it.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Give us some mind-blown emojis on the chat for what Lamine Yamal just did and the performance he's having. Darmian for Dumfries. Oh, Spence.
There you go.
God.
There you go.
Thank God.
Are you happy,
Two goals,
Spence?
That's all I can say. Get that guy off the freaking pitch.
Thuram off, Zelensky on.
This is when we need to know Italian.
Double subs for Inter. So
I think he's speaking
he's
English.
basically taken the score as
I
well.
heard Italian.
Is that Italian?
Thuram, who was questionable for this game, scored. Dumfries, who's scored either 2 or forced the second goal for it and to end up being a Barcelona goal. Did we actually check about that? Is it an own goal, the third Inter goal, Kokoran? Who did they give it to? The third Inter goal. Who did?
Hey, I like that. Is that another one? That's great. That's good refereeing.
Oh, Dumfries. Oh, they gave it to Dumfries.
Yeah, obviously.
Christensen
because-
coming on.
Oh, Christensen's coming on.
I was.
Might it be for Cubarsí? He's on a yellow.
Yeah,
Fair.
could be. Do we have any more substitution windows after that, or is that the last one?
I think it's the last window. Careful with the incoming cross.
Nada.
Íñigo Martínez
Nada.
to pick it up on the left. Barca want to go forward. Gavi's going to come on as well.
Okay.
So Gavi and Christensen.
Gavi for who? Pedri. Give him a bit of rest.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know.
Ronnie, leave Robert alone.
Ronnie does not want me to be seen right now.
No.
Inter with the throw-in. They are taking their times with the throw-ins.
They are.
Yes, they are.
Been called for
Oof.
delays of play
Frankie.
Here we go. Here we go.
in this game.
A player we haven't spoken about so far that I think has had a really good game was Frankie de Jong.
Yep.
We saw a good recovery there. He had a few recoveries top of the box as well. I think he's had a brilliant game. Oof. Pedri almost getting the ball back.
Pedri unable to connect with Rafinha. The 82nd minute is 3-3.
Subs.
By the way, do you remember the result the last time?
Yeah, I was thinking
Barcelona?
the same thing. Yeah.
Cubarsí for Christensen. Cubarsí on a yellow. Hansi wants to take no risks. He wants Cubarsí for the return game.
Yeah, fair play.
And Pedri's going to sit out the last 10 minutes
Yeah.
for a guy who runs around like a chicken with his head cut off. That's perfect.
That's good.
Basically.
Yeah. Energy for Barca with Gavi coming on. Christensen, first game back since match day 1 in La Liga
Yeah.
against Valencia.
Not bad.
Round of applause for
This is big for him.
Not a bad game to come back to. Ole, a bit of a...
And Christensen intervenes to get it back to Szczęsny.
Good first touch of the game so far. 16 total attempts.
We're building up for it. I'm telling you, we're building up for something here.
We need some fire in the live chat. Some fire emojis.
Maybe-
Barca need a fire lit under them.
Maybe we're building it up, so maybe the fire hasn't been started yet. Like a little bit of wood, some logs,
Fire.
Some one of those bombs.
some campfire logs.
Some bombs.
We need some fire to
Fire.
energize Barca from now until the end of the game. Get some fire, because Barca have been on fire in this in this semi-final so far. Barça! 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 Here's Lamine Yamal. He's on the right flank. Quieter second half.
Yeah.
Not to say
But
that
I
he
think-
hasn't had his moments of magic.
No, I think we've actually been not as intense attacking in the second half as we were the first half. I'm assuming that's something Hansi Flick kind of told us to do, essentially.
Careful with the cross by Rafinha.
Oh.
And Eddie Garcia is
It was
called
a
for a foul.
50-50 header.
Is that a head clash with Carlos?
Yeah, but it wasn't for a foul.
Fire emojis, guys. Is it fire? Oh, they did clash heads.
It wasn't a foul, though.
Guys, we can do this. I like it. Yes, we can. Little dynamite.
Inter players are so unhappy.
It's been a dynamite game.
This has been total football.
Joga bonito.
There's at least 90 more minutes of this next week.
The Giuseppe Meazza, man, that's going to be something else.
Yeah.
If this ends this way, Well, wait a minute. I mean, I'm not going to get too.
Yeah, we got a long way to go.
We still have a bit of time
with this
left.
game, and it could go on both sides.
Eric looking to recover. Araujo clears. Araujo plays it long.
Ooh, Ferran.
He's going to chase it. Can Ferran Torres get to it? Nah. All recovered by Inter.
Nada.
And Christensen will recover. Will Barca score the winner? Yes. No 2 goals. The options. We believe. Can we do a Celta? Can we pull off a Celta?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the other one that I wasn't here for. That was crazy, man.
That
was
insane.
That was
nuts. Barca in possession. Christensen from the back. Isn't it nice to say that? Christensen playing in a football game.
He's always been so sturdy. I love his game.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's out there.
It's nice to see kind of our defenders back slowly. Obviously, Araujo was out for a long time. Inigo was out for a bit as well. Obviously, Christensen out. So it's nice to get a stability in the amount of players that we have available on our back line, especially at this point of the season.
In to lose the ball on the attempt to counter. Good defence by Frankie de Jong, chasing back.
Could have been called for a foul. Referee went with a play on.
Yeah.
Which is fine by us. Here's Frankie. Oh, nice little touch by Fermin to get it to Ferran Torres. Ferran.
Or Lamine.
Lamine Yamal!
Oh!
I thought
he mishit it off the post, off the crossbar.
I thought he mishit it and was going
It was me too.
way out of bounds. And it hit the crossbar.
Imagine how we would have celebrated that if that had gone in.
That would have been amazing.
Well, how would we have reacted to that?
Confused.
Very. Here he is again. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
Come on.
Get open, Lamine.
3 players.
3 players defending him. Lamine Yamal to the edge of the box. Gavi, quick on the turn. Gavi, protect. Get it to Frankie. And now out wide to Eddie Garcia. And Eddie Garcia's going to get it to Lamine Yamal. Lamine could look to shoot. Lamine has 2 on him. Here's Christensen. Also playing real close to the Inter box.
Lamine Yamal is asking for the ball. He's like, just give it to me.
Lamine Yamal with a shot which was blocked by his own teammate. Here's Frankie de Jong picking up the rebound. And Frankie to Christensen. Inigo Martinez is on the left. Here's Inigo Martinez. Gavi.
Lamine.
Pass it in, Gavi. The cross by Gavi. Oh, Fermin went up for the header.
We go again.
Just over. Fermin.
Come on.
2 minutes of regulation time, Moreno. Come on.
Finish with the energy. Let's go.
Give us some energy, live chat. Give us some energy. Here's Rafinha. Dispossessed. Barca are going to recover, though. Inigo Martinez to Gavi. Gavi can put the left-footed cross in. Inigo's going to fight for it. Rafinha with the cross. Headed away by the Inter defence. And now Inter want to counter, but they won't be able to.
Again.
Push it back. Come on. Here's Fermin.
Easy.
Fermin to Frankie. And now Lamine Yamal. Lamine, inside pass.
That would have been
booted away. By Darmian.
How much extra time? 4? 5? 4? 4 seems.
Give us energy, live chat. Give us energy. Bloom Red Hearts, Dynamite, whatever. Lightning. Frankie de Jong with the cross inside. Headed away by Bisek. And Darmian up in the air. Throw in Barca. Inigo Martinez in a hurry to get it back in play. If that had gone in, Lamine Yamal chance.
Right in the corner.
Rafinha was just laughing. He's like waiting for that to drop.
Right in the corner, man.
It just needed to dip a little bit more. Here's Lamine Yamal again.
On the wing.
Lamine Yamal on the wing. Lamine Yamal takes it to his right, trying to go deep. This time he's going to get past Carlos. Throw in to Barca. Eddie Garcia puts it back in play. Final minute of this game. We'll see how much time is added on. Come on. We've seen it done this season. It's Gavi. Come on. Frankie, out wide to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Incoming cross. Headed away by Bastoni. Now Inter, just as they say here, traen agua a la barca.
3 minutes.
Just 3 minutes? Okay, we'll have to see if we can make the most of those 3 minutes.
All right, this is where you do it at the death.
Frankie.
I can't sit
Lamine Yamal.
Sorry. I can't see.
I mean, here's Rafinha.
Yeah?
Rafinha can take the shot. Rafinha with the shot! Soma got his fingertips to it. Corner kick, Barça.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Come on,
That
we've
would
got a
have
corner
been.
kick. We've got a corner kick.
I'm not sitting down.
That would have
You
been.
need to be careful with the counters as well. Careful with the counters as well. Rafinha's going to take it.
That would have been some goal.
Come on. We're going to whip it straight in. We're going to look for an option on the edge of the box. We're going to play it short. Rafinha with the cross. Araujo goes up for the header. The ball floating around inside the box. Eric tries to bring it down into clear. Rafinha will pick it up. He's got Lamine Yamal next to him. Rafinha crosses it back in, looking for Araujo. The ball goes over him. Inigo Martinez plays it back in into clear. Throw in Barça. Patience, patience, patience.
Yeah, don't want to get caught in possession right now.
No.
Firmin's going to cross it back in. Oh, that's a good ball for the far post. No, it wasn't.
So close.
Too long, too high.
So close.
Minute and a half remaining.
Can we just like walk around? We need to like.
I'm going to sit. I'm fine sitting. I'm fine sitting.
I have like.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. I can't sit right now. Sorry. You're doing good though.
I'm good. I'm wasting enough energy by sitting. Ball gonna be put back in play again. Frankie wins it back for Barça. Christensen under pressure, back to Szczęsny.
Right,
Final minute of this
Here we
game.
go.
Come on, let's get it forward.
This is the one, huh?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Final minute of this game. 3-3. There's a return game to be played, and it would be fantastic.
Zombie,
Go
vamos.
into it. 4-3 up. Fermin on the left. Back to Gavi. Gavi to Christensen, and Barca need to shift things over to where Lamine Yamal is.
Yeah, I agree with that. 30 seconds.
30 seconds is Gavi.
There it is. There.
Araujo. Go right. Go right.
Get him the ball.
Vamos.
Get him the ball.
Give it to Lamine. It's his game.
Come on,
It's his
baby.
game. Here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Soft touch to Rafinha. Ferran on the turn. Ferran forward to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Tackled from behind. Into
All right.
clear. And I think the game's going to end here.
Yeah.
I think the game is going to
Yeah.
end
there it
here.
is.
Take a deep breath, boys and girls. Take a deep breath.
3-3 is the final score of the first leg of the Champions League semi-final. All to be decided next week at the Giuseppe Meazza. We went down twice. 2-0, we made it 2-2. 3-2, we made it 3-3 again. And we had the opportunities. We could have won this game, but this team will live to fight another day in Milan, and that will be next Tuesday, guys.
Yeah. That's just wow.
Just a wow performance. By the way, while you recover and try to think of something to say, I want to ask the live chat one final time for some blue and red hearts, for the heart that this team has shown. Just give me some blue and red hearts on the live chat to celebrate that we're back in Europe, guys. We're back to being one of the best European teams. 3-3. Guys, quick thoughts before we head into the post-game show.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite something. It's not what we expected, but in some ways it also was, because we all kind of knew that this tie wasn't going to be decided from this first game, and that really just confirms it. In the end, we're playing one game for 90 minutes to determine whether or not this team goes to the Champions League final, and that's that.
Alex?
Champions League semi-final, you can't expect it to be easy. You can't expect it to be, playing a mid-table team. This is Champions League semi-final. It's going to be an intense game, no matter who you're up against. 3-3, I think so many positives to take away from this match. Like, going into the second leg, you can't be anything but confident.
We cannot, definitely. We are fully confident with this team. One final, time will go to Ronaldinho. Ronnie, thoughts on the game? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Just let us know. Ronnie liked it. Ronnie, ¿la semana que viene vuelves? Ronnie's back next week. Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. Ronnie's always up for entertainment. Right, guys. We are just going to quickly gather our thoughts, but post-game show coming. We've got reactions from the players. Marabral will be talking to them. We'll hear from Hansi Flick as well, and we'll be analysing everything that just happened on the pitch at Montjuic. A couple of minutes and we're back. It was exciting, it was thrilling, it was up and down, it was all you would expect from a first leg of the Champions League semi-final between two of Europe's greats. Barca are back to being one of the European greats. We scored 3, we could have scored 5. We conceded 3, I still don't know how. but it's all open for the return game next week on Tuesday in Milan at the Giuseppe Meazza. What a thriller that one will be. But in the meantime, let's focus on what we just witnessed at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Joining me still here in the studio, Spencer Siegel, Alex Ibaceta. We've had a few minutes to gather our thoughts. And the first thing I want to say
is it enough? I was going to say, is it enough to have regathered our body energy?
We join you in mind and in spirit.
I mean, as we kicked it to this moment of pause, my first words, or the first words out of my mouth was, I am spent. I'm out of energy, but we need to keep the energy going because we're going to be hearing from the players. We're going to be hearing from Hansi Flick. We're going to be analysing and thinking of how Barca can beat this Inter Milan team in the return game. One win, we just need one win to get through to the final in Munich, which is to be played in late May, 31st of May. Guys, I don't know where we start. I think maybe the appropriate way is to say we're back to being one of the best European teams. We faced a great defensive side and gave them all sorts of trouble. We were exposed at the back. It was a thriller of a game. Punch, counter-punch. But Barca are able to sit at the table with European greats. European greats.
And I don't disagree with you, but I don't think that's the main focus tonight, because to the way that Barca played tonight, they're actually going to be frustrated that they didn't do more with this. And I know that sounds crazy. It's based on what we saw.
Yeah. The players are frustrated.
But I'm just looking at this right here. 3 shots on target.
3 goals.
3 goals. And that's a real credit to what Inter were able to do, because they too are one of the greats of this sport, and they've proven it time and time again. They reached a final a couple of years ago. They show up every time they play Barca to an annoying extent. But tonight, 19 shots, 9 on target. Like, Barca played their game. They just had that one moment where I thought, man, they could go and win this thing.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that the next 90 minutes played in Italy are going to be anything that they can't accomplish.
Alex.
I agree. I think we've proven, not only in terms of coming back when we're from deficits. You know, we played against Benfica. We've done that. We've beat Dortmund. We've beat Bayern Munich. You know, we've done everything that we haven't been able to do in the past seasons. And I think this season we've actually proven that we're one of the best, if not the best teams overall in Europe right now. And I think, you know, it's a Champions League semi-final. The quality is going to be much different than what we've played so far this season. It's going to be a different task than what we've played over the last few seasons. It's something that we haven't been exposed to as of now. You know, the intensity, you know, whatever happened in the league, part of the Champions League, Inter have come out. You're 1-1 again. 1-1 away from a Champions League final.
1 win
you know,
away.
that changes everything. The mentality changes everything. And we played our game, and we didn't win. We conceded 3 goals, but we played outstanding, I think. It was just a matter of, you know, taking those opportunities. And when Inter is playing such a low line, when Lamine Yamal has been asked to take on 3 players at a time, 4 players at most of the time, there's only so much that we can actually do, and there's not much more that we could have done except for finishing the chances. But at the same time, I thought we played brilliantly today.
Right, well, we're waiting for reactions. We're waiting for the players to go to Marc Brau's position at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. He is ready for us. And Marc, we have had some crazy games this season. We have had comebacks. We've had goal-scoring parties. We've seen it all this season. But this game was just simply wow once again.
Incredible. Hi again, guys. Well, it's incredible. The first half, it reminds me a lot of the game that we played against Atletico de Madrid in the first leg of the semifinals in the Copa. That time, we made the comeback at the end of the first half. But for me, it's one of the most important things. It's just to remember what happened the last time that we played against Inter. It was a 3-3 at a Spotify Camp Nou. But Robert, maybe you agree with me that this is today was absolutely different for that day. So the level of football that we've showed today, the level of Lamine Yamal, for example, playing as a team. Of course, we will have time to talk about a lot of things. We can see 2 goals from a corner kick, but I want just to give you 2 stats, more than the feelings, but 2 stats. With the 3 goals that we have scored today, we reach 40 goals in the Champions League, 40 goals in 13 games. What does it mean? That we have scored 40 goals against the best teams in Europe. And the other thing is that before the game, Inter have only conceded 5 goals in 12 games. And we scored them 3 goals, 2 times hitting the post, 3 great chances. So, of course, Barca deserves to win. But I have to say, Robert, that for me, I don't want to see that it's unfair, the draw. Barca deserves to win, but I'm optimistic for the second leg because of the amount of chances that Barca had tonight against a team who never conceded nothing.
I fully agree. The performance that I saw from Barca today, that we saw from Barca today, encourages me to think that we can do it in the return game. Marc, we'll get to Lamine Yamal in a second, because I do want to ask you about him. But we've just seen it time and time again this season. You said that this game reminded you of the Atletico Copa game in which we went down 2-0 very early and then managed to come back. This is another game that is added to the list of games in which we have trailed by 2 and then managed to come back and get something positive out of it. And that just shows the work of Hansi Flick, of all of his technical staff, and the mental toughness of this team.
I think the last thing that you said is the most important, the mental toughness, because you could see the goal after another corner, the 2-3, and just the next chance, the next opportunity, it's a corner in favor, and we scored in an incredible action, set pieces, well prepared for the shoot by Rafinha. Of course, we got some luck with that action, the luck that we didn't have in the actions, for example, of Lamine Yamal in the first half and at the end of the game. But as you said, for me, the comebacks, 7 comebacks this season, and 5 in 2025. But if we count the Atletico de Madrid one, in the 5 times that we were 2 goals down, we were able or to win or to get a draw. And this is one of the most important things, when sometimes you have the football, but the other team made their chances, you have to be very tough at the mental part. And I think that Barca deserves that. For me, the most important thing, Robert, I don't know if you agree with me, and also Spence and Alex, is that we can confirm at all that Barca is back to Europe again, because in the highest level you have to fight, you have to show what are you able to do. And I think that in the nights like today, against a team that only conceded 5 goals, creating so many chances, for me it's confirmed, and for me it doesn't depend if Barca goes to the final or not. For me it's official that Barca is back to Europe again.
It's official, and what a ride it is being. We might make it to the final, we might not, but we are enjoying the ride. We are definitely enjoying the ride, and in the front seat of that ride, driving whatever vehicle this is that we're riding on, is a 17-year-old who doesn't have a driving license. But wow, Lamine Yamal was not given player of the match by UEFA, by the way, which I think is just an atrocity. But anyway, Lamine Yamal, Marc, it's not just the goal that he scored today, which, I mean, I'm speechless. It's the complete control of everything that he has.
And to keep the level all the game. I think that finally the player of the match was Dumfries, that it's not unfair.
Yeah,
because Dumfries scored 2 goals and gave an assist, and it was an incredible game by the Dutch player. But as you said, Robert, Lamine Yamal, in a day where he reaches 100 games with Barca, we talked in the preview, the youngest player to reach this number of games, but it's like the chosen ones, scoring a goal at that day. And it's not only the goal he scored, it's the second chance that he had. It could be the goal of the season, hitting the crossbar, and again giving not the assist, because finally it was at the back of Sommer, the 3-3, but the last action hitting the crossbar again. I think that, as you said, it's absolutely unbelievable what this kid did tonight here, putting all the team on his back and doing the amount of things that he was able to do. I think that we have to be very optimistic, not only for the second leg, but for the future. It's absolutely incredible what this kid can do. Another goal, 5 this season in the UEFA Champions League, and for sure in the second leg, many things can change, because as you see, Di Marco, Carlos Augusto, Bastoni, he was up to all the players that he got there. So I think that, of course, it's one of the confirmations, and one of the biggest confirmations in Europe, Robert, I think, that we have had in all our history.
Indeed it is, indeed it is. Marc, we'll come back to you whenever there are reactions. I did want to ask one final question. Do we have any updates on our Copa hero, Jules Koundé? Because he left the pitch injured.
No, let me check the official channels, but for the moment there's nothing confirmed. The only thing confirmed at the halftime was the attendance, 50,314 people, the biggest attendance this season, 2 spectators ahead of the attendance against Bayern Munich. But for the moment we don't have any news on Jules Koundé. But of course it's our hero, of course it's the player who played most of the games this season. But I don't know you guys, but it's like we're in a way that doesn't care who plays. Okay, Eric Garcia is coming in, it's fine. Hector Ford is coming in, it's fine. For example, Christensen, remember that the last game played, maybe you commented that, the last game and the only game that Christensen played was the 17th of August.
Match day 1.
So, why not? Why not? Christensen could be an option for the next days, and of course it could be also a good option at the centre-back position. I'm just checking if there's any players for here. For the moment, not, Robert, so I will give you the connection back. No news for the moment on Jules Koundé, but I hope that in a few minutes we can talk with some Barca players.
Right, thank you very much, Marc. Before we go to our friend Pablito, who's been calling the game for Barca 1, I'm just looking at the stats, the disparity. 19 shots, 9 on target for Barca, 7 for Inter, 3 on target, which turned into 3 goals. It feels a little bit like an anomaly. The goals came from 2 set pieces, and it's just we needed that extra bit of just keeping things secure and tight.
Yeah, this game, I think anybody who predicted anything was right. It was really difficult to get your prediction wrong, because if you said Barca are going to come out, they're going to play their style, they're going to score goals, you're right. If you say Inter are going to counter, they're not going to get many opportunities, but when they get their opportunities, they're going to be clinical and finish, you're right. So, and the other thing is that the 3 shots on target is one thing. They came from 2 corners.
Yeah.
There are 2 corners that they had. They're only 2 of the game. Yeah. They scored both of them. So, I think the next evolution of this conversation is who can make the adjustment next week.
Alex?
Yeah, I mean, little more to add to that. I think the story of the game is literally, for once, actually the numbers say it all. We dominated possession, we dominated shots on target, corners. We even got, the offside trap, 5 offsides for Inter.
One which was a
very literally a toe, but good enough for the offside trap to work. Total passes literally more than double than what Inter had. I think literally the numbers say the story of the match, and it was a good match. It says a lot about Inter, the fact that shots on target, 2 corners, they maximize what they have, and at the end that's what they have. They're okay with 28% possession. Why? Because they maximize their chances and they don't need any more. Whereas we need a lot more chances to be able to create. There was a lot of clear chances. That one Lamine Yamal opportunity, that if that would have gone in, that would have been goal. That would have been goal this season.
That was confusing. Yeah.
That would have been really, that one as well, though. It could have been an accidental goal. Ferran Torres had 2 clear chances as well. So we had the opportunities. It is really hard to score a goal when there's 5 players in front of you.
I will put an asterisk on one thing you said, Spence, which is that you said if any predictions that were made before the game were anyone would have been right. The one thing I would have said is Barca was people would have predicted that Barca will struggle to create opportunities because Inter are so tough defensively, and it wasn't an issue. So, first reactions. Marbrau is standing next to Cubarsí.
Many times the stadium sing that song to Pau Cubarsí, jugant per primera vegada unes semifinals de la Champions, Pau.
Playing for the first time in a Champions League semi-finals.
Quina sensació us queda després?
I'm playing just as well as always. How do you feel after that game? Yeah, good evening.
Un joc que hem sortit molt activats des del principi.
I think we were very good from the first minute.
És una cosa complicada, posant-se 0-2.
Obviously, then, 2-0 down. It's a complicated situation, but then we made it 2-2. Then we conceded again. And then again, we made it 3-3. So in the end, it was a great game.
I think,
we had a lot of chances. They arrived to our goal 3 times and scored 3 times, so we need to improve a little bit on that. But apart from that, we've got lots of confidence. Feels like this team, you know, always comes back from no matter what happens against you. Going 2-0 down, then 3-2 down. Feels like no matter what happens to this team, they can come back from anything. Yeah, this year we've got an incredible mentality. We always think we can come back in games. I think every team, every single player, even the subs, you know, come on with almost even more enthusiasm than the starters, and that really helps us. What can you say about Lamine? Yeah, incredible, absolutely spectacular. We hope he keeps going like that. Last time Barca were in the Champions League semi-finals, you were 12 years old. Now you're a starter in a game like this one, you know. How was it for you? You know, the last time I watched the Champions League semi-finals, I was in the taxi with other Barca players going back home. But look, these are all the big games. These are the players these are the games that you've always dreamed of playing in, and now look, we'll go to Inter's pitch with all the ambition in the world. Pal, final one. Is there a message maybe of culés, of optimism for all the culés now? Yeah, we'll go for absolutely everything. Look, against Atleti we drew 4-4 here, and then we went and beat them there. So we'll go for everything, and hopefully the fans will be with us too.
2 words of Pau Cubarsí, remembering many things that we commented, Robert, the 4-4 against Atletico de Madrid, and then in the second leg we beat them 1-0. So this is the message of Pau Cubarsí, who also talked impressive words about Lamine Yamal. And I like 2 things that he said. The first one is that we cannot concede that actions of set pieces. We have to be careful on this. And the second one is that this team is able to everything, try to manage everything that he has in front of.
Right, thank you very much, Mark. Let us know when you've got more players with you. In the meantime, we'll go upstairs. We'll go and talk to Pablo Blanco, who is calling the game on Barca 1. Pablo, this game had everything.
Yeah, what a game, my friends. I mean, it really did have everything. It was one of those games where you didn't know what was going to come next, you know. Crazy start, and it's funny, isn't it? You go 2-0 down in the Champions League to a team as good defensively as Inter Milan, and you're still confident that you can come back, you know, and win the game. I think that says everything about this team this season. They came back again. They did the job. Lamine Yamal, I'm sure you'll ask me about him, but wow, what a performance that was. Absolutely incredible display. And again, Barcelona showed everything they've been good at this season. You know, they came forward with a lot of numbers, you know, and I think we created a lot of good chances against a team, like you said. Maybe not everyone thought we'd create a lot of chances against, but I thought we did that really well tonight. And naturally, Inter on the counter-attack, we knew they were going to be strong, and that's the way it was. But look, credit to Hansi Flick and the players, because I thought it was a really good display. We didn't know how the legs were going to be after the Copa del Rey final, and I thought, you know, they withstood all of that really well. So great game of football. I'm sure the neutral enjoyed it probably more than the Barca or Inter fans, but great Champions League semi-final. We thought it would be between sort of the unstoppable force or the unmovable object, you know, and in the end, you know, proved to be a great game and sets up a really tasty second leg too.
It will definitely be a tasty second leg. Pablo, I want to go through the game with you, through the timeline of the game. They barely gave us an opportunity to get going into Milan, and all of a sudden we're 2-0 down after, and you think, will this team be able to do it again?
Yeah, no, absolutely, and of course you are, because you think, maybe not this time, right? You know, maybe this time we can't do it. Maybe Inter are too good defensively, only conceding 5.
Pushed our luck, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you might think like, sometimes the luck runs out in that regard, but I think the key is that it's not luck, you know, and that's what Lamine said it, I think, after the Copa del Rey final to Barca 1, and he said about the fact that these players, they've got that feeling within them that they know they can come back in these situations, and I have that belief like within me too, watching the games now, that we just didn't have like a few months ago or certainly a season ago, and this season they do. Like, it doesn't really matter the opponent. This was a great example of it tonight against probably the best opponent defensively, right? Again, chance after chance after chance, and I think Inter were looking around at one point thinking, how are we going to stop this, you know, as have every other team this season. And Barca have got an immense capacity to score goals and create chances this season. That's going to get them far. It has got them far, and it's dug us out of some really, really precarious situations. Again, when it was 3-2, again, you're thinking, because second half was a little, I think, more low-key than the first half, right, in terms of less chances, and then bang, that little corner routine that found Rafinha, and he crashes one in off Sommer in the end. So it had everything, the game, it really did, and great spectacle. And again, Barcelona, I think, with that mentality they've got this season, able to come back from any adversity, and yet again, we saw that on show tonight.
You said it had everything, this game, and that at one point the Inter players were just looking around and saying, what do we do with this? And I thought you were talking about the 17-year-old who just, well, went wild today.
Running out of like superlatives, aren't we, really, for Lamine Yamal, who, I mean, we say it almost every week, don't we? But I think, is that his most special display yet? It could be on his 100th game. I mean, it's hard to pick out, but I mean, my God. I just thought tonight he was unplayable. He was at a different level to everyone, and to do that at 17, 2-0 down against a team like Inter Milan, to grab the game by the scruff of the neck the way he did, and he did everything for Barcelona in their hour of need. I thought he was wonderful. The responsibility he took on the ball, and then obviously all the genius he shows on it too, you know, is just out of this world. I think the first goal was a joke. The one that Sommer tips onto the crossbar, you're thinking, this can't really be real, and everything else that followed was just impeccable from him. So Lamine Yamal, what a display. And you consider the fact that he goes off limping in the warm-up, and we're all thinking, yes, what's going to happen here? And then he goes and produces that. I mean, it's not normal what we're seeing this. It's really not normal at all. And wow, I think the second half was more low-key for everyone, like I said, but that first 45 minutes, and he led everything for Barcelona with one of the most outrageous displays this season. And I heard from you guys, he didn't win the Man of the Match award. Wow.
Wow, yes, exactly. Pablo, nevertheless, an encouraging performance for the return game. What we've seen this season from this team as well, Pablo Cubarsí was referencing that first leg against Atleti in the Copa semi-finals, 4-4, then going into the Metropolitano and just keeping control of that game. So, I mean, we have to feel encouraged.
Yeah, it very much felt like that game, didn't it? I think we'd all be lying if we said we weren't thinking about that Atleti Copa game whilst watching this one. It was a very similar sort of clash. But yeah, I think we've given ourselves plenty to be confident about. Maybe the big worry against Inter, like you said, was, are we going to be able to score? Of course we can. You know, with our team and the way we play, we're going to create chances against anyone. I think defensively we have to watch out. I think naturally at home we leave more spaces in behind than we do away. Like Inter might feel encouraged to say, those spaces will appear again. They might not as much away from home. I thought Barca away to Atleti were much more reserved, played great football, but did, especially in the second half when we got the goal with Ferran, switched up and showed our defensive side too. So I think it will be a different game, a different Barcelona. We'll try and show that brilliance we've got going forward, whilst also making sure we are conservative enough defensively. I mean, it's got all the ingredients of a thriller, really, it does. Everything perfectly poised. It's 3-3 with no away goal rule. It's just a clean slate. Winner takes all on the night. Could be extra time, could be penalties, could be drama. All or nothing game to get in the Champions League final. I mean, what's there not to like? You know, nerve-wracking for us, but it's where we want to be, and we've had complete trust in this team all season. I've got trust in them for this one too. Let's see where Flick takes us.
Let's see. I'm very confident with Hansi Flick driving whatever vehicle we're on. I mean, it's fun to say that Lamine Yamal is driving this, but yeah, Hansi Flick, wow, what a job he's been doing this season. Pablo, we'll come back to you later for player of the match votes. Guys, Pablo said it. No away goal rule.
I was going to comment on that.
This is essentially a final before the final. What we're playing next week.
That 0-0 basically.
Yeah, and that's probably the best point that we've made that anyone's made so far. Credit to Pablito for picking that one out, because yes, about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, in fact, the last time Barca were in a Champions League semi-final, that rule existed, and obviously
that was the one difference between us and Inter.
Right.
In that moment.
Right. It goes without saying. You give up, you know, and that was a rule that was in place for essentially all of history. Mm-hmm. But I think it was brilliant when they did away with it, because you got to just play football. It can't be, you can't finish level on aggregate and have one team advance over the other. It just doesn't feel right. So yeah, clean slate, as you said, and as Hansi said a couple of weeks ago, when it came to the Copa against Atleti, he said final before the final, which is also known as a semi-final, and that's what we're going to play next week.
Yeah, but essentially it's you win, you go through, you draw, time.
Just 90 minutes away from the Champions League final.
And put in those situations, Barca have shown that they are a young team, but a mature team.
Yeah, I think, I mentioned it at halftime. I think the second half was even more kind of proven that fact more of how mature and how intelligent we are and how much we work together. I think that's probably key to that as well. Again, you know, the likes of Lamine Yamal, Rafinha had 3 players on them at once. What do? They held onto the ball, drew in the pressure, then gave the ball away to someone else more into space to try to create that attack. Inigo Martinez as well, Pedri as well, being able to hold onto the ball for a lot of the time. Ferran Torres down the middle. I think everyone plays so intelligently, but not for themselves. And I think that's kind of what makes them so mature, is that there's not one individual on this team. Even with the likes of Lamine Yamal and Pedri, they do it for the team and they don't mind. Like, it doesn't, no les cuesta. They don't struggle, you know, giving something up, giving a goal up to make an assist, for example. And I think that's really, really impressive. And just the intelligence, the patience, everything about this team is just, we're going to make the final, I think.
Matter of fact, when Dumfries headed in the second of his goals to make it 3-2,
Yep.
I believe it was Kubarsi, while everybody else for a second was upset and saying, like, come on, guys, how could we let that happen? He just grabbed the ball, kept his head down, and just jogged it right to the center circle so that we could get back going again, and they scored a goal on the next play.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I would also say that this, having said that they're a mature team, I would say there was nothing immature about today's performance, because maybe conceding a goal so early, it was an unfortunate Inigo slip as well inside of the box.
Yeah.
Maybe if he hadn't have slipped, he
could have gotten
that
the
ball.
body,
And then
yeah.
it's 2 set pieces. I mean, could you have defended them better? Yeah, but it's not a sign of immaturity, I would say.
No.
The other thing is this team, so far this season, has not been phased by playing in high-pressure situation and playing in tough away stadiums.
Yeah.
We've done that.
Hardly, not at all.
Check, check, check. Comeback, check. Hard stadiums, check. Hard teams, check. Champions League, check. We've done it all, and there's literally no reason for us not to think that we're capable of winning in the next 90 minutes.
Is there anything, because I can think of something, that you think, let's try not to do that, or try and not have that happen in the return game? Because at some point during the game, it felt like Barca was so encouraged to go forward that we were leaving ourselves slightly exposed at the back, a bit reminiscent of the Celta game, for example.
Yeah, it could be. But to answer that question, from my perspective, it's just don't let Dumfries anywhere near the ball.
Yeah, that's the starting point.
I mean,
for example,
I can't wrap my head around the fact that this dude is he's
killing us.
Kills us. Every
arch
time.
nemesis.
Every time.
Literally any moment he has, he just capitalizing on it.
And he taunts us like the whole handball debacle from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He comes in and he scores 2 goals, 2 magnificent goals, by the way.
You referenced that no handball call.
Yeah, that
and
was.
the Pedri Ansu Fati goal disallowed in
Yeah.
that group stage against Inter, and then you think back to semi-finals 15 years ago. I think karma owes us one against Inter. I really do.
Well, that's why when we were doing the quarterfinal against
this season? Dortmund?
when we were doing it against Dortmund in the second leg,
Yeah.
and you said, "All right, who do you want?" And we all agreed that Bayern was the, and I'm using quotes here, easier opposition.
Yeah.
But you can call it karma. You can call it whatever you want.
Revenge.
To find redemption within yourself as a fan, because this is not about the team that's on the pitch, because they didn't face Inter 2 years ago, with the exception of like Araujo.
Well, no, I mean Rafinha was there, Pedri was there.
Right. There were a couple.
There were a few. Koundé.
But a lot of the newer talents as well, the new arrivals. For everybody, Inter was the last hurdle for what has been a Champions League revenge tour.
Yeah.
Bayern, Benfica to an extent.
Yeah.
Lost to Benfica.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's hope so.
Full circle.
The only thing we haven't talked about before I go to Maravral for MVP is that we'll see in the return game. We'll see if we get updates. 2 important players left the pitch injured in this game.
Yeah.
One was Jules Koundé, our Copa hero for the Barça. Eddie Garcia came in and replaced him fantastically. The other, which, I mean, going into the return game might be very important if he's not there, is Lautaro, Inter's top scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
happily, Lautaro can sit on this bench if he wants.
Yeah.
I'll happily have that.
It's funny because when at the beginning of this game we were saying, all right, who do we need to look out for Inter? And we all just sort of glossed over Lautaro without going into detail because we all knew and respected how great he is as an attacking player. We were like, all right, who do we need to look out for? We know Lautaro's tough. Who else?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was clearly Dumfries.
And well, that being beside the point, like Lautaro, we knew, and he never had a chance to get into the game.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He was barely a factor in the first half.
Yeah.
Right. Time to vote MVP. I encourage the live chat to give us their votes for MVP. We do the 3-2-1 system, so 3 points for the best player, 2 points for the second best player, 1 point for the third best player. Give us your votes, and I'm going to the Olympic Stadium first with Marc Brau. Give us your MVP votes. Of course, Marc, if a player comes to your position, we'll interrupt the MVP voting.
Yeah, I think that tonight I can go very quickly. 3 points. Is there any question? So, no question. 3 points, of course. Of course, Lamine Yamal. So, legendary performance tonight for Lamine Yamal, scoring a goal, giving a pre-assist to Rafinha, hitting the crossbar 2 times. Incredible performance. I will give 2 points for Rafinha. As many times I do that comment, not the most brilliant performance for him, but at the end, he gave an assist to the goal of Ferran the Shark. He was not finally the scorer of the 3-3, but of course all the effort is for him. And the way and the amount of times that he pressed up just to make Inter to lose some balls deserves for me the 2 points. And finally want to give 1 point to Frenkie de Jong, because I think that at the midfield position he played very well. He was at the right time in all the actions. He didn't lose a lot of balls tonight, and I think he was one of the key players, especially after the injury of Jules Koundé, to control the midfield. And at the end of the game, with Pedri very tired, when Fermin came in, he was in his position. So finally I think that the captain at the beginning of the game deserves 1 point.
Right, thank you very much, Marc. Let us know if you've got more reactions, if you've got anyone coming to your position. We'll come straight to you. In the meantime, Alex Ibaceta, your votes for player of the match.
Yeah, should we just skip through Lamine Yamal? Because I think we're all going to have the same. No, I think Lamine Yamal again
Speak your piece.
He showed so much maturity while showing so much youth at the same time. I think it's that balance that really impresses me. It's that balance of he's still enjoying his game. You know, he does tricks, he leaves players on the floor, and he has that little smirk on his face of, yeah, this is me. But at the same time, he plays for everyone else, and he's intelligent with moving players, moving spaces. And I just think it's so impressive. And the fact that it's his 100th game as well for Barcelona, that's just ridiculous. Here's to many more. Pedri, I thought, had a lot of touches on the ball. Was key to kind of picking up the ball in the midfield and exploiting the spaces. He moved players a lot, but he was one of the players that was receiving the ball from Lamine, who was drawing out players, and Pedri was coming into that space and kind of starting moving the ball in another direction. Frenkie de Jong, I think, had a brilliant game for the same reason as Pedri, but more on the recovery side. He recovered a lot of key. I feel like it's the same for Pedri and Frenkie de Jong every single match that we talk about them. Pedri is magic in moving the ball and recoveries and everything. Frenkie de Jong is the master of ball recovery and starting the attack. I saw a stat that it was Frenkie de Jong had the most passes attempted and most successful passes. He finished the game, a game like this where Inter were actually pressing decently. He finished with a 97% pass completion percentage with over 100 passes attempted. So I think that's just absolutely outstanding. Says a lot about the importance of him in the midfield. So I think that's it. I think these were 3 key players and keeping that patience, keeping that confidence in the entire team.
Spence?
There's not much more that we can say about Lamine that hasn't already been said. So I'm respectfully going to move on to 2-1 because 17 years old can only be outdone apparently almost by an 18-year-old, which for me, without Kubarsi in the back line today, Barca might give up more than 3 goals. I thought a lot of his interventions were key, especially when it was 3-3 and Thuram got in behind.
The block.
And he had just been booked.
Yeah.
And he needed to catch up because you can't commit a foul, you can't tug, you just have to sprint. He's about to be subbed out as well, you know, because we're getting to that stage where it's iffy and you need your defenders to be clean and not on a yellow card. I just thought he was outstanding along the back line today. I know Barca gave up 3 goals. I just thought he was great.
By the way, kudos to Hansi for trusting Andres Christensen, who
Yeah.
had not played since the month of August, to come on in those final 8 to 10 minutes, replacing Kubarsi, who was on a yellow. And he was the last option, essentially, to come on and have Pau Kubarsi available.
He was great
for the return game.
He was great, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him potentially start against
This
Valladolid.
weekend,
No?
That if he's fit and ready to go, which obviously he is, like that makes a lot of sense.
Definitely
for me.
does.
And then Pedri was Pedri, and whether he had the ball at his feet and he was spinning and twirling and finding you know, his teammates not losing the ball, or whether he was around the play and just dictating it and telling people, you go there, put the ball here, let's bring it back, let's slow it down, let's speed up. I mean, he dictates the pace of play better than anybody that we have seen on this team this year, and that's why he is who he is.
Right, let's go to Pablo Wolves Blanco for his player of the match votes. Pablo.
Yeah, I think if you guys struggle to say anything new about Lamine, then I think me, after 3 people have said it, then I'm going to struggle too. But I did, of course, go for... Oh, I don't think those are my 3
I was
players
going
of
to
the
say,
match.
man, that's not
Those
right.
That's not right.
Those are not my 3. I don't know if I don't know if we can put the refresh on, but I went for Lamine Yamal with number 3, of course. With 2 points, I went with Pedri, because I thought Pedri was excellent.
Pablo,
I think without
while
the
we
ball,
correct the graphics, I'm going to interrupt you because Marbrau is standing next to the scorer of Barca's second goal today, Ferran Torres. If we can correct the graphic in the meantime.
We are with another scorer of tonight's game, another goal scored by the Shark, by Ferran Torres. Ferran, què tal? Bona nit.
Bona nit, què tal?
Quin cos us deixa aquest empat a 3? En general,
Ferran,
la
how
gent
do you
no ha
feel
marxat
after that
descontenta de
3-all
l'estadi.
draw?
Evidentment, sempre es pot guanyar. Sempre es pot
feels
guanyar,
like
però no
the
sé com
people
us
maybe
tracta.
didn't leave too happy from the stadium. Of course, you can win the game, but how does the team feel? Yeah, I think, look, it's important not to lose. Obviously, we were able to draw. It was a complicated game, but we'll go with everything, and we're confident that we can win in the second leg.
Sobretot a nivell defensiu és obvi que cal millorar les accions.
What do you think were the keys of the game today? Obviously, defensively, maybe there's things to improve, but it feels like, again, the team was able to come back despite the circumstances. Yeah, we reacted really well today, but I think also we can't concede goals like that. Obviously, the positive thing is the way we reacted, that we were able to come back and draw from 2-0 down and then 3-2. Ferran, you obviously played in the Champions League with City. This is a different role, obviously, scoring goals with Barça. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I'm scoring goals. What can you say about the Lamine performance? I mean, what Lamine's doing is scandalous. It's incredible. Final one, Ferran. Message for the culés ahead of the second leg. Would you sign now to win 1-0 with another goal like yours, like you did in the Metropolitano? Yeah, of course I would, but look, we want the culés to know that they can trust in us.
The words of the Shark, scoring again in the UEFA Champions League. He scored in the last Copa against Madrid last Saturday. He scored tonight. And last message for the culés: keep the confidence on this team.
Thank you very much, Mark. Right, let's go back to Pablo because we interrupted the player of the match votes. Pablo.
Hey, that's right.
Yes, it's been fixed. Thank you, people downstairs. So yeah, Lamine Yamal with 3, of course. I went for him with 3. I'm glad you mentioned Kubarsi, Spence. I am, because I went Pedri with 2. I thought Pedri, without the ball as well as with the ball tonight, got through an awful lot of work. I thought he looked like he had energy in his legs again. We saw he was flat out on his feet in the Copa del Rey final, but I thought tonight really went back in there and massively helped us out. And then I went Kubarsi for 1.2 because I think he deserves a lot of merit for what he did tonight. playing with such a high line when you've got so many pacey players in behind like Inter have got. And I agree, Spence. I think you look at that vital intervention. I think it was Thuram, wasn't it, who got away? He looked like he was away just when Koulibaly was on a booking. And the way he ate up the ground there and made that block, I thought was immense. So I've gone for those three players. I struggled a little bit to decide. I thought maybe Rafinha, because I thought he popped up in good moments again tonight. Ferran, who we just listened to there. But ultimately, I went Lamine, of course, with 3, Pedri with 2, and Pau Koulibaly with 1.
Right, thank you very much, Pablo. The only one remaining to vote is me. So I am going to agree with everyone, of course, and give Lamine Yamal 3 points because of the talent, because of the youthful exuberance, and just how excited he gets us all. When he performs, the goal is just simply spectacular. I bet it's gone all around the world and back. And I want to read a quote by an experienced coach like Simone Inzaghi, the Inter coach, talking to Champions League right holders after the game. I have never seen in the last 8 or 9 years in which I've been coaching a player like Lamine Yamal. We had to triple cover him.
Yep.
Yeah, and that still didn't work.
So Simone Inzaghi asking 3 of his players to go cover and defend Lamine Yamal. I've never seen a player like Lamine Yamal in the last 8 or 9 years. Not bad, eh?
No.
Not bad.
And the thing is that he still got past them.
Yeah. I honestly can't remember who I gave 2 points and 1 point to in my votes, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I gave 2 to Pedri, I believe, and
Olmo.
1 to Olmo. I thought Olmo was good. I thought Olmo was very good, especially in the first half, creating chances, getting open, quick turns.
Yeah.
Finding teammates, creating his own chance, so 1 point for Dani Olmo. So there are the points. 15 for Lamine Yamal, unanimously the player of the match for our Barça Live pundits. 7 for Pedri, 3 for Koulibaly, 2 for Rafinha, 2 for Frenkie de Jong, and 1 for Dani Olmo. Curiously enough, we did not give any votes to the player who's scoring clutch goals, scoring important goals. Ferran Torres, who talked just now to Marbrau, scored in the Copa final, scored today again.
Yeah.
Not phased by the moment, not phased by the fact that he has to replace our top scorer this season, Robert Lewandowski,
not phased,
injured.
Not phased by the fact that he missed 2 chances prior to that as well.
Yeah. Tiburon coming up big for Barca in these last games. Right, we're waiting for Hansi Flick to step into the press room. At the moment, Simone Inzaghi is talking. And I want to refresh our memories and go back to the times when we went to the Giuseppe Meazza and had mixed results, let's call them. Let's see. Back in 2010, Pep Guardiola, second season, Barca took a 1-0 lead. I think we'd all sign for a 1-0 lead at the Giuseppe Meazza. Pedro was the scorer, and Maxwell with the assist. It was sort of like the Alba-Messi play there. Prior to Jordi Alba. But then Inter Milan came back with Samuel Eto'o in their team. Schneider was the player who equalised that game. And when I say that karma and the football gods owe Barca one, it's because of what happened in this game. Maicon scored the second goal. Inter had a 2-0 lead, but it's in the third goal. In the pre-VAR era of football, Inter score a third goal in which Diego Milito is just clearly offside. No flag was raised. And it's very different back in the day of the away goal rule, or the double value of away goals. That you go into a return game 2-1 or 3-1 down. And to make matters worse, there was a clear penalty on Dani Alves that was not called.
Yeah.
Group stage of the 2018-2019 season. Barca with a 2-1 win. Carlos Perez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now a Getafe player scored in that game. You also remember who scored in that game?
Dembele, no?
Nope.
No.
Inter equalised.
Who scored like that?
This is the goal by Romelu Lukaku from the edge of the box. This feels like an eternity ago, by the way.
Yeah, it really does. You got Umtiti in there.
Yeah.
It was Ansu Fati,
Okay.
becoming the youngest Barca player to ever score in the Champions League. He no longer has that record, of course, because there's another youngster who's
taking the spotlight.
Taking his spot. But Ansu Fati scored the winner in that day. And Spence, you and I were here for this one.
Yeah, I remember that shot from distance.
Çalhanoğlu,
and that was all she wrote. That was all that was required on that day.
Well, there were other events that could have altered the score. Here, Pedri found the back of the net, but somehow this was called a handball by Ansu Fati, and the goal did not count.
You know, honestly, when I see it now, I almost kind of get it a little bit more than I did at the time.
But I don't get this one.
Yeah, this is no.
That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
This is a different thing.
That's so ridiculous, that one.
That was a handball without a question.
And Barca, who weren't able to score in Milan the last time we were there, with Robert Lewandowski leading the line. But, I mean, there are similar names.
Yeah.
Araujo was there.
Well, you said Araujo and Koundé were there, but they were both hurt.
Oh, they were both hurt, exactly.
I haven't played in that
That's
game.
true.
In either game.
That was the game in which Koundé and Araujo were hurt after an international break, and Christensen got hurt in the game.
We
do remember that.
We beat, I want to say it was Victoria Pilsen. Who was the pot 4 team?
Victoria Pilsen.
We beat Victoria Pilsen, and then we played a partidazo against Bayern with Koundé and Araujo.
Yeah.
Lost 2-0.
Missed a ton of opportunities in the first half.
And then the international break came, and Koundé and Araujo got hurt.
And then we went to...
And then the stuff hit the fan.
It did. It did indeed. I keep saying it. The football gods owe us one in Milan. They do. They really.
I think we need to put on our thinking caps and come up with a way on Tuesday to try and magnetize some good karma for us.
We need to manifest so many things.
I don't know how. I don't know what ways we can do that, but we need to figure out a way to bring the karma here so that we can give it back.
Yeah. I think we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brainstorm a little bit.
Put on the thinking caps.
Guys, while we make time before Hansi Flick goes to the press room, let's take a look at what we've done so far in this Champions League, which will be encouraging, by the way, because we'll see some good comebacks. We'll see some good away performances. This was not necessarily a good away performance, but Barca showed character in the only defeat we've had this season. Yeah. Oh no, sorry, we fell in Dortmund as well. Sorry, the only defeat we had in the league stage, and Lamine Yamal was the scorer that day.
That was where he became the youngest goal scorer in Champions League history.
That was. This was followed by a 5-0 win against Young Boys. This feels like a whole other season ago.
Yeah. I mean,
wonder if that man will be back on Tuesday. We'll see.
We'll see. Of course, we'll be waiting for updates on the condition of our injured players. Of course, now Jules Koundé has been added to that list. We'll see if Hansi Flick gives us any updates on the Koundé situation.
Yeah.
But Koundé out. Lewandowski, we'll see if he returns. Balde's also there. We'll see. It's all
up in the air,
this final stretch of the season, as we're seeing the goals that got us to where we are in this Champions League. If Hansi Flick steps into the press room, we'll go straight to him, of course. And there's also the fact that with this scoreline, I think the Saturday game becomes just a little bit more dangerous, because there'll be a lot of focus on the Tuesday return game.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that 3 points in Valladolid on Saturday are crucial in our title race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I'm not going to argue that one bit, but I am going to tell you that I really don't see any potential problems with that game. And obviously, I hope my words don't come back to bite me, but
yeah,
I feel pretty confident about this one. Valladolid are, last year Almeria were a really fun 20th place team. They were scoring goals. They made games entertaining. Levante a couple of years ago. I remember when Luke de Jong scored an equalizer because Levante were a tough 20th place team. Valladolid are just a bad team. And I don't think there's going to be too many problems.
But professional footballers can get motivated for a particular game.
I know.
And
It's not
there are
always
two things that
especially-
worry me. I mean, it's the thing that worries me as Barca, which is rare to say this season, but it's hard not to get caught up in this Champions League whirlwind right now on the
Yeah.
fact
Yeah,
that we
but
have a
that's-
great opportunity on Tuesday.
And it's also
But that's you talking.
And the work that those legs are having.
Yeah,
put in.
I think what's most concerning, not Valladolid, not anything, but the fact that Hans Flick has to make so many rotations.
It has to be a Gavi game. It has to be a Fermin
But
game.
everybody's
Exactly.
ready. I mean,
But
everybody's locked
that's
in.
the other side of it, is that so far this season, it's proven that no matter who's on the pitch, it's the system and it works, and the system doesn't change no matter who's on the pitch. We saw that most recently in the Copa del Rey final. So many subs made at the end, and the intensity and the level didn't go down. But you know, it's negative. You can see it negative, but then the positive side is that these players would actually be keen to kind of take advantage of playing such a crucial part of
Mallorca.
the season.
What were you guys? I wasn't here. What was the chat like about Ansu Fati?
It was amazing.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
amazing.
I would
that was a
venture
bizarre
wa-
game, by the way.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a weird one. I would venture
Yeah.
a wager that Ansu Fati scores on Saturday.
It's not,
Okay,
it's not a bad bet.
Or
Pau
Christensen
Victor
off
as well.
a corner kick.
It's just what also concerns me in La Liga is that it's become a race in which Barca are having to chew these ones out.
Yeah.
Celta, Mallorca. I know we created 40 shots, but we've not had a comfortable game in La Liga in quite a while right now.
The market
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah.
They just show the DNA every single time.
And
whether
everyone-
it's 1-0 or 4-3, they get it done.
Yeah, everyone shows up to play against Barcelona. If there's one game in the season where players perform and are keen to play, it's against us. It's, you know, one of those games that no matter, you know, it's the football players, you never know when they're going to perform and not. And I think we're one of those teams that players always want to perform against us, which is it's good and bad. It's good because we prove ourselves a lot. It's bad because we have to prove ourselves literally every single match. There's no breather, especially now. End of the league, 4 points ahead. Key things have happened with our title rivals, and I think there's literally no taking the foot off the gas. And again, I do very much believe that it's not about whether do you want to win the Champions League or do you want to win the league. I genuinely think that we don't have to give up either one or the other.
No, I don't. I don't think so. Right now, Marbrau is standing in the proximity of Simone Inzaghi. But yeah, I guess he's not going to be interviewing Simone. He's saying no. He's saying no. It would be cool to hear from him. I mean, I saw that tweet you sent, Marbrau. I read it out. The one.
There was a little side eye from him as well.
Yeah.
I know that he's still probably got to talk to Hansi as well. No?
Yeah, Hansi Flick is going to talk to Marbrau.
Okay, so that works in our favor because in 8 minutes it's midnight.
Oh.
So I think at this point, I mean, I don't want to dictate the flow of the show, but I feel like we owe it to the people to show them the
I
highlights.
think we do owe it to the people who are sticking with us to show the highlights. Will we have them available, Jordi Corcoran?
In 8 minutes.
We will have them available.
In 8 minutes,
Ooh.
you're going to see the highlights of this game.
We will have it available.
It's worth
the
doing
wait.
a little bit more chit-chat.
Yeah.
For 8 minutes.
And in that time, you might get Hansi as well with Mark.
Exactly.
True.
Give the people something good after having to hear us talk for so long.
We're seeing the toughest away win for Barca this season, and lessons to be learned from this one. This team never gave up.
No.
This team went until the 96th minute and believed that they could get the win when they didn't even need the win, really. I mean, 4-4 was fine. We just kept going in the league stage, and they decided, no, we're going to go and win this one. And we've done it away from home at the Metropolitano, at the Bernabeu, at Toulouse, in Dortmund. Where else? Big stages that we've won at this season away from home. I fully believe that we can do it at the Meazza.
Yeah, I think it is true what you say that like there's no there's literally no team, no stadium, no competition, no pressure that has gotten to us this season so far, especially when you look at the overhaul of the entire season. You know, we had November, December, that just wasn't in my favor, but we've, you know, remontada from there, new year, new us. We took that quite seriously. It's just, right now there's nothing bad to say about this team. They're giving us so much joy, and they're doing it in a way that it's literally just like, calma. Again, like you saw it with us, we went 2-0 down. It's fine. I think Lamine Yamal said it, was it before the Copa del Rey final or after with Llorente, I think it was, that he was like, we want to go down. No pasa nada. It's fine. Goes down. It's fine. You know, like, their mentality is like that, and it's clearly like that, and it's just contagious for us as well.
It was Lamine Yamal with Llorente after the Copa finals saying, I told Araujo, they just can't do it against us this season. There isn't a team that can beat us this season, and they believe that firmly, and it's great. It's great to hear that from the players. And there was another great phrase that was said after the Copa final. Pau Cubarsí speaking to Llorente as well. He said, hey, when the legs can't get there, the love for this badge gets there. And I believe that's going to translate into Tuesday as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think the fact that the players, I think Mireia asked Cubarsí after that one, is like, what do these fans mean to you? And the fact that Cubarsí is so young, kind of respects that aspect of the game, is important as well. The players want to give...
Alex, I have to interrupt because Marc Brau is standing next to Hansi Flick.
Yeah, as always, and also tonight talking with us, Hansi Flick, our coach. Hi, Hansi, how are you?
What do you think? How am I?
Well, as usual, maybe... Well, I don't want to say what you want to say, but... what do you think about tonight's game? Maybe proud of the team is one of the words that you're feeling right now.
I appreciate a lot what we are doing today. So we played a fantastic match, and of course the goals we received was not so nice. So we have to speak about that. Have to analyze this, but the way, the style, how we played was fantastic.
Of course, we will have time to talk about the second leg, but I mean, how is the team prepared for that kind of things? 2-0 down, and again, also getting up 2-3, another goal from set pieces. So this is one of the things that makes you more optimistic for the second leg, that the team knows to fight. Instead, the situation is not so good.
You know, we had the same situation against Atletico in the Copa, and we won in Atletico 1-0. So it's the next step. So it's a final before the final, and we have to go for that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks.
2 words of Hansi Flick. 2 questions very quickly because he has to go to the press conference room. So I didn't have time to ask him about Lamine, but maybe the press conference there were plenty of questions about Lamine Yamal. So a final before the final. As Pablo Bulls Blanco said, Robert, these are the words of Hansi Flick. But remember, next Saturday I want you here, because it's very important also the game in Valladolid next Saturday at 9 p.m.
Oh, we'll be here. We'll be here. Marc, you'll be in Valladolid. Lucky you.
Okay, thank you very much. I will take this because instead we are in May. It will be too cold, sorry. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much, Marc. We'll talk on Saturday. Guys, you just got to laugh, Hansi.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Especially with Marc Brau, I think their little bromance there is fun. I think Hansi Flick is just enjoying it as much as we are.
Oh, he is. He is indeed. And
how are you, Robert? Well, what do you think? How do you think I am?
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, I'm fine. He did talk about the mistakes and that they're going to try and correct that, but just I think he feels that this team is prepared to do big things.
Yeah,
that's the mark of a manager, because obviously he expects his team to go out and score 3 goals, and he knows that the team played a good style, but he's first going to say, we can't concede like that, because obviously if they concede 3 more goals in this tie,
that could be the end of it.
That might be a bit too far to go.
But I was actually going to say this. I think if you play the exact same game, or the exact same style of game in the return game, you're going to win more times than you're going to draw 3-3 playing this way.
I agree.
Yeah, the probability of us winning, if we get these same stats in the second leg, the probability
if you get
of
that
us
stat
winning,
line, Forget the goals. Just
Yeah.
that stat line.
Yeah, it's literally just that. We would win probably 3 out of 5 times this match. I think also it's the first time we play Inter. It's the first time, you know, the first leg of the semi-final. It's kind of we've shaken the nerves off. Give us a second leg. Give us a team that we're familiar with. I think for us, I think Inter kind of threw it all in this match. I think, you know, they revealed that they're going to triple team Lamine Yamal, that they're going to double team Rafinha, that they're going to go on the counter attack, they're going to take their opportunities. I think we have a lot more to grow in this match to kind of figure out, you know, the puzzle piece. I don't think Inter could do much more than what they did. But they've exploited their spaces, they exploited their chances, and for us, it's a matter of, right, how do we bypass this? I think we have so much more to grow than Inter do in the second leg.
I'm sure Inter fans and Simone Inzaghi will be feeling, hey, we need to defend this better.
Yeah.
We can't be conceding as many chances. We're the team that has conceded the fewest goals in the Champions League. We're a high-quality defense team, and they will be focusing on that. Barca will be saying, hey, I mean, yeah, we need to correct things. We conceded 3 goals on 3 attempts, set pieces, stay a bit more focused in those situations and not allow Inter to score. But I think if both teams come into the second leg with the same approaches, Barca could have the upper hand. Guys, it's 12 o'clock. I can show you the highlights.
Ding, ding, ding. Let's go.
The highlights of this game, and then we'll go and listen to what Hansi Flick has to say in the press room. Let's get those highlights on the screen right now. Those 6 goals at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Isn't it beautiful to be talking about Champions League semi-finals?
Can we just wait? Can we just take a... they cut it off.
And it's a beautiful finish by Marcus
35
Thuram.
seconds in.
Yeah.
31 seconds in.
31.
Beautiful finish. Inigo slips, and
I think it was,
what
just
could have
really
happened?
unfortunate. Really unfortunate that,
Oh.
I mean, kudos to Dumfries for that finish because it was absolutely amazing.
I don't like that.
It literally skimmed Rafinha on top of the heads.
I
That
like
was
this
also
guy.
very game. I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Bask in the glory of this.
Oh.
Can we just like, I need to see that on slow-mo for so. I mean, 1,
2,
2,
3, and a
He's
shot.
surrounded by 4 defenders. He's in a little square of defenders.
it literally made, and this one right
This
here.
one.
Boom. Boom.
Oh.
Good stuff.
Should have been a throw-in, by the way.
Yeah.
But he moves quicker than the referee can actually spot things at times.
Then this one, Pedri serves it
yeah.
through to Rafinha. Rafinha has the awareness of the
yeah.
oncoming run of Ferran.
I mean, it was a good finish from Ferran, but I think that goal really, it's all down to Rafinha with that assist.
And this one was a bummer. Second half.
Yeah. I think, Daniel, that's another thing I wanted to comment, that mentality that we're saying of kind of conceding, getting back to it, but wait, let's just...
Referee almost actually knocked the ball away from Rafinha on this set piece because he wasn't expecting it to roll through.
Yeah.
Through off of the Lamine Yamal.
And then, what's a toenail worth to you, Robert?
A lot.
It's worth so much. I mean, hey, maybe this one is just the way of getting one back after Lewandowski's disallowed goal at the Real Arena early on this season. Here, Lamine Yamal with a finish that hit the crossbar, and Rafinha testing Sommer from range. Guys, I'm encouraged. After seeing that again, I'm encouraged.
Yeah.
Are you...
Good football.
I think you have to be. I genuinely don't think we have any reason to A, feel nervous, be scared, think that we won't be able to win. I genuinely just, there's not an ounce inside of me that is not confident about the
And you
second
got a
leg.
lot more energy today than you did the other.
Yeah, she
sticking
has.
with
Yes,
us.
she has. Right, guys, Spence, I'm seeing you next Tuesday.
I'll see you for the
Skipping
Champions League
Saturday?
return. I'm gonna skip Valladolid, but I'm here in spirit. Let's go get that win.
Alex,
Tuesday
also. You're also skipping Valladolid.
I might actually be here for that.
Oh. You don't remember?
I can't remember.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out.
It's been a busy week.
We'll figure it out,
It's been
and
a busy week.
the audience will find out
Yes.
on
On Saturday.
Guys, just a delight to be talking about Champions League semi-finals football. What a spectacular game that was, and we're ready for more next week. Before that, though, Valladolid in La Liga, 3 important points on Saturday that Barca need to win in order to stay on top of the table in La Liga, keep that at least 4-point advantage ahead of Real Madrid. We'll be back on Saturday for Valladolid Barça. Thank you very much for watching us. Visca el Barça, we can do this. Let's listen to Hansi Flick.
It was a frenetic game.
De Lamine o fins i tot com estava l'equip al tram final de partit es podria haver guanyat.
What did you think about Lamine's actions, and maybe in the final stage of the game you could have won too?
De l'equip. Gràcies.
What have you learned about your team today, do you think, maybe?
Everyone saw this. The performance of the team with the ball was really unbelievable. So it's like the style, the way how we played football was today in the Champions League semi-final was really good. And at the end we started not well, so we received 2 goals. One of them was set pieces. The third goal was all set pieces. We know that they are one of the best team in the set pieces in Europe. Also, when you see how tall they are, it's a little bit different than our team, but we have to defend it better. We have to make it better also for the next match on next Tuesday. So we'll be there. We have the same situation again in the Copa against Atletico, and we go for that. It's a final for the final, so we have to go.
Hola, Hansi, aquí Ramon en directe a RAC1. Hem vist alguns jugadors tristos, enfadats després del...
We saw a few sad and upset players after the result. How is the dressing room? And what did you say to them? Do you feel the result was unjust maybe a bit?
Today I said nothing to them, because I think it's also good to sleep one night, and then tomorrow we have time to talk about that. But what I can see here is what I said before. I appreciate how we played, how the style. We always want to try to score goals, and it's good. And at the end we came back after 2 goals behind. I think the Lamine in the first half was so important for us, because he create a lot of things, a lot of positive things, and also he shot the first goal, and it was good to really to come back there.
Mister, buenas noches. Adrián Albenz, en directo para el larguero de la serie Moguts de Ser Cataluña. Ahora citaba a Lamine. Me gustaría saber cómo valora lo que ha hecho Lamine esta noche.
I want to know how you value what Lamine did tonight. Seemed like in the warmth he had a bit of an issue.
He felt a little bit, but everything was checked, and he has the green light. So yeah, I mean, you know that, I know everyone knows. Of course, after this match, also he's a fantastic player, and in the big matches you see the quality of this player, and he showed it today, and it's really good to have him.
Sí, bona nit, Hansi. Xavi Lorente per el Zona Champions, en directe per TV3. No sé si a vostè li ha recordat el partit d'avui, el que van jugar contra l'Atlètic de Madrid a les...
I don't know if today maybe reminded you of that Atletico Madrid game.
En contra, i van acabar...
When you also came back from 2 goals down, then you went to the Metropolitano and won. Is that what you want to do in Milan?
Oh, there are different teams, but I think also for Inter is also they cannot only defend, so they also have to score a goal. So it's like that, and of course it's a semi-final, and the 4 best teams in Europe are playing there, and you saw it also yesterday, PSG in Arsenal, totally 2 different halves, and was great to see that also. I think also everyone was satisfied about this match today, and for us it's important that we're playing the same way, the same style, with the same confidence, believe in that what we can do. So
yeah, we have 90 minutes. Hopefully, it's enough for getting the final, but this is our goal. This is our goal, and we will fight for that.
Aquí, buenas noches, señor Flick, Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio Noche de Onda Cero. El equipo ha hecho un partidazo, ha jugado muy bien, usted mismo lo ha comentado.
Your team played really well tonight.
Quizá por eso queda el sabor un poco amargo de que se han encajado 3 goles.
Maybe that makes it even more sour to have conceded 3 goals tonight.
En el caso de Rafinha, que había sido inaceptable encajar 2 goles de córner.
Rafinha, for example, said it was unacceptable to concede 2 goals from a corner. Same goes for conceding in the first 30 seconds. Do you need to work on these small details which could decide whether you're in the final or not?
Of course. Every team, every opponent has his strengths. So we knew that they are really good in set pieces. Also, we spoke about that. But at the end, it's also like the team is really tall. Physically, they are very experienced, mature players, and when they have a chance, they use it. Today I was really impressed about that. But at the end, it's no, we have our chance. We will have our chance for next Tuesday. So.
Mister, hola, Joan Vallori, Cadena Copa en directo para el partidazo. Es verdad que ha habido cosas que se podían hacer mejor, pero hoy...
It's true that there were things to improve on, but the team again today lifted themselves up after being 2-0 down, 3-2 up.
Que más orgulloso le hacen estar de este equipo.
Is that maybe one of the things that makes you most proud of this team?
Of course, and you know, maybe the question before also I can answer that, because it's not easy when you play every 3 days. To train things, you know, that's also important. But this is at the moment the situation, of course, and you can also see the injury about Jules Koundé. It's also about every play every 3 days. It happens, but the team will give the best and for that, and I think also everyone who was in the stadium, also in front of the television. I think they see the same like I or you, that the team performed fantastic, and we could be very proud about that because this is the style how we want to play. We want to dominate the opponents, and of course it's happened something also because they have a really good team. They play I don't know 5 years together, round about that, and they have automatism, and it's really good to see this over a third man and switch the side, really fast players also, and of course the set pieces are exceptional. So it's a really good team.
Nancy, hello. Simone Inzaghi described Lamine Yamal as a phenomenon that only comes along every 50 years. I wonder what you think about that comment, and whether, from the point of view of managing a young player, as a coach, is it almost better if people don't say those kind of things because you want to try and keep everything as calm as possible?
No, I think he's special. He's special, and also as I said it also a lot, often before, he's a genius. You know, during the game when I look to the match from the outside, so. It's not like, you know, when you see after the game, you see the situations he has normally in the match, but then you see all the details, and it's unbelievable how we do this, and it shows that he's with 17 years old, he's an unbelievable player, and for me the important thing is that he keeps going on. So he shows in the big matches like the semi-final today. He showed how good he is, and this is what we want from him, what we need from him, and he did it always. In the big matches, he's there. He's showed how good he is, how he showed, and I think he has also he enjoyed this situation. He enjoyed this situation, and yeah, I'm really happy that this talent who comes every 15 years play for Barça.
Hola Hansi, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches. Alex Pintanel de Relevo. Le quería preguntar, pensando en la vuelta, cómo están Valde y Lewandowski y si alguno de los
I wanted
dos
to ask you about the second
llegará.
leg, sorry.
No, si Valde y Lewandowski podrían llegar.
I wanted to ask you if Balde and Lewandowski could make the second leg or not.
Was a question or was you said it? Huh? Was a question? we hope so that maybe they will be able to play earlier, but we have to wait. In this situation, we cannot make stupid things, so we have to take care about that. And when the medical staff says okay, green light, the same like today with Lamine, then they can play.
Gràcies, bona nit.
Gracias.